Io sono di Messicoda. Io sono di Londra. Tu vorrei un Messi stream, vero? I'm top of the league in Duolingo. I'm top of the league. I managed to blitz it past them at 3,000 something points. Do you know what we should be doing? One day we should do a Duolingo live stream where it's just me doing Duolingo lessons, streaming them live. I think that'd be great. Obviously, it's what the masses want to see. So we're live on Twitch and we're live on YouTube. We still haven't got the bot, a single bot working for both yet. So that's, I'm going to use the word frustrating. Well, not Spanish, I'm doing Italian. Hey, I'm doing Italian. It's salve. Ciao. Ciao pizza. Come sta? Oh, to be honest, I am so far into these lessons, I've only now got to come stai. Like, how are you? It's I can say that I want an elephant. Ciao, Messi. You thought it was German. Yes, Chris. Ah, it goes to show that, you know, it's worthwhile doing all this Duolingo stuff. You do Italian and suddenly you're learning Spanish and German at the same time. Hang on, let me clean my glasses. Let me clean my glasses, and then we've got to phone up our guest because we're late. Oh, you saw a messy chow. Now imagine that we start the charity stream late. What charity stream? Exclamation mark. Charity. That command does work in both YouTube and Twitch, thankfully. Hang on. That's it. Now I've got my glasses on. I can actually read chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my mobile phone on, which is going to have the Twitch chat, and I'm going to have the YouTube chat open in a browser, but as we tend to find, nobody comes across really on the YouTube that often. So Goku has spammed the M. So thank you, Goku's very excited for his 56 months. 56 months. That was that intentional, mate? Was that? I honestly don't know. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Can somebody give me an exclamation mark civil AI in chat, please? It wasn't. It was a very long and it was intentional. Give me an exclamation mark. Civil. Is the bot even on? Civil. Oh my god. What was the command? AI system? Civil AI system or AI system? Do you know what? I should have made a civil AI. Civil. Yeah, let's do that. Oh my gosh. He's going to have so many commands. Civil AI system. I mean, we're going to have to ask him about the name because civil AI. Okay, there it is. Boom. Done it. Done. 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 Ah. The whole family's feeling a little bit nauseous. Head's just got over it. My wife, I think, has got over it. My eldest is getting it back. And now I'm feeling it a bit, although I've been feeling a bit off the last few days. If the stream ends abruptly, it's because I'm about to puke and I'm having to run to the loo. It's like that time that we did the stream with Antonio. And I was like, just need to go to the bathroom very quickly. And I was streaming with Antonio, and then I just started vomiting all over the place. So that was fun. Does anyone remember that? Those are the good old days, weren't they? Let's have a look at the chat window. There it is. Civil AI system. It's currently on a 50% sale. Now, you need ginger. Yes, ginger. Yes, I would say ginger is very good for that. So if you were lucky enough to get this on a 70% off during the Black Fridays, then you were well lucky. But if you weren't lucky enough to do that, don't worry, because it's 50% off, and that's better than nothing. All right, let's give him a call. Oh, hang on, have I got my face back? Hey, there's my face. So, buongiorno. I got a winky eye because I got my glasses, and now the face I cannot tell my glasses is on my face. Let's give him a call. He's not Italian. Antonio's Italian. Now I could speak to Antonio in Italian. I could say things like buongiorno, and that's about it. Come stai? Give him a call. First time he's been on. Hello, you're live. Oh, they can't hear you, so don't worry. You can say fudge, and you can say bugger. Why is it not picking up your audio on the Twitch? Hang on a second. I need you to test the audio. So tell me a quick story while I'm...
No.
Oh, it's come through as...
Has it?
Yeah, it's come through, but it's not as stereo. Now, I need chat to tell me what is the audio like when you're talking. So, chat, did I watch the giggle? Yes, watch me create games. I did watch the giggle, and I thought it was very nice, scary. I didn't like how they ended it. I'm not a big. I think we could get onto a long debate about Doctor Who, but you know what? Do you watch Doctor Who?
Not really. I used to when I was younger.
Like which Doctor Who would you class as when you were young? Like at the Sylvester McCoy
when it started coming back, David Tennant and Matt Smith were kind of the main ones.
What about Eccleston?
And then I got maybe I'm terrible with names.
He was the one that first came back.
Yeah. So I saw all those.
So before Tennant, it was Eccleston. Then it was Tennant. Then it was Smith. Then it was Capaldi.
Yeah, I kind of stopped there-ish.
I liked Capaldi.
Yeah,
Moody.
I like.
He was
Yeah, he's really good in the thick of it.
I haven't seen that, but I heard he likes to swear.
Yeah.
Now, chat. The fact that what do I call you, Mr. Bard, Isaac Makar? What do I call you?
You can call me Isaac.
What's the Isaac Makar all about?
That's my car keys. It's kind of a joke of like Isaac, kind of like Isaac, and then my last name is Makahi, which people have sometimes said my car keys.
Oh, so. I love it. I love it. Now, I think that's enough of us telling a story for chat to tell me what is the audio like. The fact that you're coming through as mono and not coming through as stereo. Chat, is that all right? Or do I need to fix stuff? Let's see what chat says. Chat, what do you say? Audio is great, very clear. That's weird. The fact that it's I don't know. I've looked at it and I'm like, I find it offensive that it's coming through as a single. Hang on, let's try now. Right, so tell me something. It's not coming through again. As soon as I put it through to stereo, it stops working. Imagine if we're doing the live 24-hour stream and this was happening. Like welcome to the live 24-hour charity stream where we're trying to raise money for charity and nobody can hear anything. For the first 20 minutes, it's trying to get it all working. Money well spent. Click !charity in chat if you want this stream to begin. Chat's asking about Jodie Whittaker. I like Jodie Whittaker. I had no problems with Jodie Whittaker. I had problems with the writing and basically all the retconning they were doing. It's just nonsense. Nonsense. Now, Isaac, we've got a tradition on the stream. Okay.
Yeah.
All new guests, as part of the testing process, you got to sing us a little song. Now, it can be a nursery rhyme. It could be anything, but you have to do it. Anything you want. It could be as long as you want. Mary Had a Little Lamb, Twinkle Twinkle, Mr. Brightside, a Christmas song. Yeah, chat's asking for a Christmas song.
Why don't you start and I'll join in? I'm terrible with lyrics and.
Do you know Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start.
All right.
Rudolph,
the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Is that as far as you're gonna get?
Yeah. That'll be it.
What? I think that counts. Gosh, Cat, does that count? Are we allowing Isaac on the stream? Cat,
I think that counts.
You have to see if that counts. Chat's gonna let us know. Face tracker says face tracker and initializing. It still can't work out my face because I'm wearing it, and every now and again it can because I put glasses on. My face goes, I don't know who you are. It's like when you grow a beard and a child goes, you're not my daddy anymore. Who are you? Strange man. Face rig is a bit like that. But I get some complaints that people missed my 2D face. Yeah, it's back on again.
Fair enough.
Isaac, are you ready then?
Cool. Yeah, I am ready.
Okay, I'm going to do the proper introduction. So then when I edit it, it looks like and it sounds like everything's professional.
Sounds perfect.
Although, do you know what? It is vexing with the audio. So I'm gonna do something crazy. Right? I'm gonna plug in another set of headphones. See if that's gonna make it. But it's one of those OCD things, right? And it's now because I see one bar instead of two bars. I've got to be careful which USB port I plug it into because one of my USB ports exploded.
Oh.
So I can't use that one. Right, I'm going to try and switch over now. A different. Right. See if this works. I detected that. I've plugged them in. Hang on. Here it is. USB audio device. Is that the one? No, hang on. Wait, did I plug into the one that exploded? I think I might have plugged into the one that exploded. Hang on, chat. Chat's like, the stream started yet? Not yet. Here it is. Okay. Right, I'm going to switch over. Oh, I know what the problem was. The problem's Discord. Right. Oh. And actually, these are slightly... I don't know why I thought the other ones were more comfortable, but these ones are more comfortable. So now... Oh my word. I'm gonna hang up the phone, Isaac, and then I'm gonna call you back. All right. So I've discovered what the problem was, chat. Problem wasn't my headphones. Problem was Discord. So if I now properties, if I switch over to the 1 second, why is it not doing it? Headphones on. Okay. If I switch over problems. Stereo. Now they're showing stereo. Right. I'm gonna now call him back. And as soon as I call him, I swear that it's gonna change. If I go voice. Ah! I know what the problem is. Ah. Okay. I know what the problem was.
Hey.
Buongiorno. Come stai? Do you do Duolingo? Have you got onto the Duolingo bandwagon yet?
I did it for a little bit. We went to Greece maybe a year ago, and I wanted to try and pick up some phrases, so I wasn't just speaking English at people.
How did it go? Do you remember any of it?
No, and everyone just kept speaking to me in English, so I kind of used none of it.
So
But I tried.
Like, you just go around to people saying "Yasu."
Like, I wasn't even getting there. Like, heading up to someone and they'd be like, "Hello," just like kind of basically instantly.
Instantly went to, but that's when you got to reply back to them. You go "Yasu." Duganis.
Yeah.
And then they say, "Oh, you're English?
Yeah. Just
What are you
steamroll
trying
back
to
into
say?
Yeah.
Are you trying to speak Greek?" We're doing, and the kids, we're doing French, Greek, Italian, Chinese. My son's also,
Okay.
he's chosen Japanese as well. I'm like, son, you need to do French for school. That's all you need to care about is the French one. Is I want to do
Yeah.
Japanese. He's 8 years old, and he's like put himself the hardest language you could choose on Duolingo.
Jeez, yeah.
And he's doing it. He's like, I said, "How you doing?" He goes, "I got 100% on my Japanese."
Wow.
How you doing in your French? I got 5 wrong. Like, what? I don't
Pretty cool.
understand.
He's interested in it.
He's also learning Blender. So he's teaching. I got him a
Okay.
Blender course from the
Nice.
GameDev.tv. Giving them a plug, even though they haven't replied when I asked them if they wanted to come on the stream. I don't think they were too keen with me complaining about the fact that they'd sent me an email, Isaac. Okay.
Yeah.
After I'd purchased one of their bundles, saying, "Oh, we've got a new animation tutorial series, discounted price." I'm like, "Great, I get that." And then a month later, they do another Humble Bundle with that same animation course that I just paid for in the bundle. So they're like, "Oh, it's £800 reduced down to 30. Would you like it?" And you're like,
Wow.
"Yeah, I'll get that." And then you go, "You can get a Humble Bundle and the whole lot is included for 30. You're like, "Hang on a minute."
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't too keen. So I sent an email going, "What's the difference between them? Is it the same thing?" And yeah, they stopped replying to me now. So hopefully they'll reply to me. But I wasn't too keen. I'm only ever going to buy their stuff in a Humble Bundle.
Fair.
Yeah, I advise you do the same. Right, now we've got their headphones working. It was Discord that was the problem. Discord was set to mono, and then it was messing everything up. So there we go.
Fun.
Lessons for everyone. Everybody sitting at home in front of your microwave PCs of the future, give a warm and messy welcome to Isaac from Bard Tree Limited, the creator of, I don't know why he's put dashes in it, Civil-AI-System on the Unity Asset Store. Welcome to the stream, first timer. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm lovely. I'm going to answer in Italian, but I haven't got there. Molto bene, I'm going to guess. Now, why on earth have you put dashes in your asset name? I'm pretty sure it won't help you with the SEO.
Yeah, well, it definitely stands out on the asset store. I think I kind of copied the name I called the project when I made it. Being honest, I originally made this for myself. I got to a certain
How
point.
old were you when you started it? Go
on. This was in October last year.
So you were 14 at the time?
No,
With-
I was 24, 25. I was maybe making it for 2 years before it went live. Maybe a year and a half. I've been kind of doing a similar project to this quite a few times and scrapping it and restarting again.
Tell me, Isaac, are you making an
Yeah.
MMO?
No. I'm wanting to start off with a semi-small scale RPG.
Oh, nice.
And kind of go from there.
See, now I have a lot more respect, because it's normally like, as my first ever project, I'm going to make an MMO in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And some people do it. Some people manage it, and hats off to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, a small scale RPG, lovely. And the fact that you've been working on this for a few years and you've got to a version that you can actually sell is also great, because have you heard the saying that the first one you throw away, the second one you sell it, and the third one you keep for yourself, something like that?
Okay. I haven't heard that saying, but I can see that being a thing.
So you got to the stage now where you've got to a level where it's good enough to get money for it, but not yet good enough for you to use in your own game.
Yeah. So what I use this tool myself, and like I'm using it to make my own game and all that. So I'm coming across the limitations. I'm coming up with things which are actually limiting the tool because I'm using it. I'm also taking feedback on and just trying to make it the best I can.
Like adding the variable speeds.
Yeah, that's going to be in the next update, which is
exciting.
all around animations.
Unity's wonderful animation system that we all love so much. Now, I'm really excited the fact that you're saying that you use this in your own game, because as we've discovered, Unity don't actually test out any of their own stuff in games, because they fire all the teams that they make to test out stuff in the games. So you're coming across limitations and then doing updates to fix them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And like the aim is to keep this, like you buy it once, you kind of have nearly everything for life with it, for the foreseeable future. So I'm not doing yearly releases or anything like that.
Nice. So it's not going to be a case of this is the 2023 version.
Yeah.
Because it's not cheap. It's a bit pricey. It's 120, which is where, assets shouldn't be really priced too low, because it does kind of destroy the ecosystem of the asset store when everything's a fiver.
Exactly.
But I suppose this is where the sales help. Like I want to pry a little bit. So
okay, yeah.
Because of those, as I mentioned, this was in the Black Friday 70% off sale.
Yeah.
How well did you do? Could you buy a house now?
Not anywhere close to that, but it did very well. I was very happy with it.
Well, you've got 434 hearts, which means people have flagged it as their favourite, not necessarily gone out and bought it.
Yeah.
16 positive reviews is also good, which one would assume you've sold at least 16 copies of the Civil AI system. But after Unity have taken their cut, and then the taxman takes his cut, you've made about £5.
Well, yeah, there's tax is fairly high and the Unity cut's quite high. I do understand they do an awful lot of the infrastructure. But yeah, like maybe on a full price sale, so it's about 100 quid to buy, I'll probably see about 30 quid of that.
It's depressing, isn't it? I mean, what you doing? I don't want to pry too much, but one of the questions we always get asked, afterwards, I would love to find out more. How much of your personal time are you investing in this, like taking away from your day job? Like, is this sustainable?
So it's something I really enjoy doing. I feel privileged to work on it and be able to actually have something performing this well. and people are interested in it. I
Oh, we lost you.
on it.
Oh, we lost you for a moment.
Oh,
You're back again.
cool. So I spend 2 to 3 hours, maybe most weeknights on it, and then quite a lot of Saturdays and Sundays. Like, it's quite a bit of time. But I'm learning a lot with it.
Chat's like, don't make him stop working on it, Messi. I'm not. Look, we like to ask the honest questions, right? We don't invite people on for an easy ride. We invite them on to like really get inside their trousers and find out what makes them tick. So like you are making this for you are using this for something that you want to make, which is a game. So you would assume that you're going to keep on using it because you want to make your game. So as long as you're making your game, you have your own interest in this.
Exactly.
The chat's asking, what do you actually do as your day job?
So I'm a software engineer for a business-to-business marketing company.
Oh, see that, chat? Yeah, he knows his stuff. Don't say their name. I want to get you in trouble.
Yeah. I went to university and did a game development course.
You lucky bugger.
And then, because it's quite hard getting a job in the games industry that is sustainable and decently well paid in the UK, I went into web development side, but always been into software and game
your family
development.
Must be proud. That's like well, my boy's not going into game development. He'll be fired in a week. Make websites, my lad. That's what it is. Like, what would you advise people like coming out of university? Let's go.
It's, I don't know. Like, game industry is really, really cool. The stuff you get to work on and all that, but there's a lot of problems with it currently. It depends how much.
Sack people in it. It's like.
Yeah. Like, isn't it 8,000 people this year?
Oh, it's depressing.
Yeah. But it depends how much stability you want in your life and all that. Like, if you want to roll the dice, go for it. But I've kind of gone the safe route and gone corporate and then doing my own stuff on the side, which I also have control over.
That's the safe thing, though, isn't it? That's the safe thing to do. Is if you like making games, do it as a hobby, unless you don't mind being nomadic, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's the best advice I could give. And it's not just because people are game, development and programmers are at risk. I just heard the news today that yesterday, Versus Evil indie game publisher that got bought out by an American publishing company, they all got laid off. They closed down the company. So the company got acquired last year, and it had been alive for 10 years. And the people who acquired them shut down company yesterday. So everyone's been laid off 2 days before Christmas.
Fun.
And that's a publishing company. So
yeah.
It's a great industry to be in, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Christmas happy times. This is the stream for the Christmas happy talks. Live with Isaac here from the Bard Tree Limited, telling you, kids, don't get into game development. Should we load up Unity and have a peek?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So, chat. There's a lot of people in chat that already own Civil AI system. I'm going to ask him, chat, hands up in chat. You who bought it, did you get it in the 70% sale? Did you get it before the sale? Did you get it full price? Or did you get it recently in the 50%? Please let us know in the comments in chat. When did you pick up the Civil AI system? Well, I'm just going to call it Civil AI.
Yeah.
And those who don't yet own it, where you could buy it today, 50% off. I'm going to put you on the spot. Did you manage to see if you got any keys laying around? Don't share them now. But like, are we gonna do a raffle? Have you got anything? Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I've got you live on stream now. You can say no, they've all gone, and people will accept that because there's only 12 a year that you get.
Yeah, I don't think so currently, but I might be able to find something for maybe your charity stream.
Oh, look at that! There you go. Don't say that because then people aren't going to buy it now. People buy it now because the likelihood of you winning this is going to be very low. So you might as well buy it 50% off. I'm trying to get you some money. All right. So you share me your screen.
Yeah.
On the Discord. I will then share it once it's appropriate, and then stream it. Chat's asking, don't worry, it's not you know. Until you tell me it's safe to stream, then I will share your screen. Don't worry. So just
I shared the wrong thing.
You can tell that we practiced this before we went live, everyone. Why is my cartoon face no longer? My mouth isn't moving. I'm looking like I'm having a stroke. Hello. There we go. Hello. Hello.
Hey.
There we go. I'm talking to the face.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Hello, cartoon face. Can you see me? Yeah, okay. Cartoon face is that way. Although, hello, cartoon face. Can you hear me? Okay. Cartoon face is on. Good. That's better. Right. I can see. Watch stream. Here we go. Let me see it now. I can see it. I'm going to pop that out. Now, see, in the old days, you could said the priest to the actress, but you can't say that anymore. It's inappropriate, and you shouldn't. Let me now. No, you see what you've done.
Oh.
You've shared the application, not your screen. Now, when you do that, every time you click on any of the windows, like the inspector.
Oh, okay.
It just shows the inspector. Chat going, this is so professional. Okay. Is there a Cinti code, or are you giving away Cinti stuff on the charity stream? Well, I'll tell you what. I've got a Cinti code in which I get affiliate. Like it's in the Twitch chat, not the YouTube chat. Cinti store. I'll copy and I'll paste that in to YouTube. So you don't get a discount using this, but I do. I get an affiliate cut, which is lovely for me. It means my kids can eat. But I did message our good friends over at Cinti to see if we could blag any Cinti prizes for the raffle. We haven't had a reply yet because they're off on holiday. So hopefully when they get back in the new year, we might be able to get some Cinti stuff. But if you do exclamation mark charity in chat, it works in both YouTube and Twitch, you will find lots of sponsors that we're giving away lots of free gifts. Now, bear in mind, the Bar Tree Limited, Isaac, even though he's got pictures and videos using Cinti stuff, he doesn't include any Cinti stuff in his assets. Okay?
It's correct.
The Bar Tree Limited are not Cinti Studio. He's just mooching off their fame to help sell his stuff. Right? which you got to commend. Well done.
Oh, I brought the Pirate Pack thing, and that was one of the first purchases I think I did on my asset store.
Really?
And just seemed the perfect collection to try and make an AI system with.
Good, man.
For me to debug and all that.
All right. I'm sharing your screen now with everyone.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So now you put anything inappropriate on your screen.
Yeah.
We will see it. Like the fact that I got to do a shout out though, because I can see you've named this project Unreal to Unity. So you're using the plugin that will convert Unreal assets to Unity. I've been using it for a while. Actually, I picked that up. I paid full price for that. I didn't even get it on a sale because I needed it for a project that I was doing at a point. And I found a lot of bugs. I was bug fixing, sending some bugs to the developer and reporting some bugs. They are really, really supportive on their chat. So
Yeah, they're
hats
really
off to
good.
them. Really,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I accidentally, I think it was the same week they released the newer version, and I accidentally brought the wrong one.
Oh dear.
So he allowed me just to transfer over the difference, sort that out, which was really nice. And I ran into a few problems, but he was really quick at getting back to me and everything about it, which I think is one of the most important parts of buying an asset is the support.
Oh dear God, you didn't go and say that. Now that you've put yourself on the spot now, Isaac.
What support?
Exactly. Now people are going to expect you to do support.
Yeah. I'm fairly active with support.
How many tickets do you get a week?
It's hard to say. So it's mainly I have a support channel in Discord.
Is that
Um,
how you're managing the support requests? People contacting
yeah,
you.
I did originally set up a GitHub board and all that, but people, I don't think that's people's preferred methods.
Well, what about people that email you?
I reply back to them on email. I
Ah,
kind of just try and cover all the bases. Yeah, I haven't grown to a scale where it's too much of an issue. Like, yeah,
it's the
I'm normally
double-edged
fairly
sword.
quick.
If you become
Yeah,
super popular, you're going to need to get people to help you.
yeah.
Because we've got
It,
questions in chat like, will this AI system automatically animate the characters like Cinti characters?
so, to
Great
a certain
question.
extent, yes. It comes with the base Unity animation. So Unity have some base stocked animations.
But it can trigger animations to play. So it will be like, hey,
Yeah,
NPC character, do this animation and do stuff.
yeah. It handles all that. So
Do you want to show us?
yeah, sure. So if I press play, we can watch the blacksmith do some work, which I've been working on. The asset pack I imported from Unreal is quite heavy, so it does take a while to load
Let's take a
sometimes.
while, innit? Look at this.
Yeah,
So this, you said we were chatting earlier. You're trying to put together a new PC.
yeah,
That's going to help you a lot.
yeah. Um,
Oh, where's he
so
gone? Where's he going off to?
he's not the blacksmith. The blacksmith should be coming in a second. So this is the blacksmith
Well, click on him a second and see
coming
what's
in.
going on in the inspector.
Yeah, sure. So
So what scripts has he got going on him at the moment?
So there's a few parts to it. So the really cool thing with the system is we have a whole bunch of templates. So you can just select a character or an object you want to set up for a certain task, and you can just click this button, and it'll deal with everything for you.
Oh,
So the key points are the AI controller, the data board, and the animator. And then these are dynamically added based on other settings you have within the system. So I think, so originally I tried to set up a simple system and do it in as little clicks as possible. And I think it's possible to do it in about 12 clicks if you just use a base AI set of behaviors. So you can get going in hardly any time.
can I make one and then copy all those settings to another prefab?
Yeah. So I'll show you how you make a NPC, for example.
And you don't have to do
Well,
any coding, you say.
no
Is
coding.
that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, how easy is it if I wanted to customize this?
It's fairly easy. So everything's kind of has. So I've tried to
Is
have
it
very
open?
specific
You
boxes.
haven't locked anything behind any
No,
DLLs?
nothing's locked behind anything. So,
Okay.
for example, we can have a look at one of the core bits if you want. So,
Oh, do be careful. Don't trust people looking at code. Hold up. We get questions
well,
in chat
there's
like, could
quite
you
a lot of
slowly
bits.
open up every script?
Yeah. Well, I think it's something like 15,000 lines of code now.
Really?
Yeah. There's quite a lot to it now. So, for example, if we go into this one. So, for example, if we look at the actions, so the actions are how it actually performs the individual action nodes within the flowchart editor, which is kind of the bottom level real world example of things you can do. So, for example, if I open up this one, this is going to look quite complex. I will say I have kind of just dived in quite headfirst. So to say if you want me to slow down.
Zoom out so some people can
Yeah.
appreciate the size of this.
My mouse wheel is kind of a bit iffy at the moment. Yeah.
So many mice I've got, I just throw away as soon as the wheel goes a little bit dodge.
Yeah, like I brought this one maybe last year, but
I've watched so many YouTube videos of how to fix your mouse wheel issue, and they just lie. Now, did you like this flowchart editor thing?
Yeah.
Is this yours? Is this I haven't been
Yeah,
keeping
so
track of what Unity is. Did you create this flowchart editor?
So there's something within Unity called GraphView, which has a node system within it, which you can then create your own nodes. So all these are made using Unity, SS, and virtual.
So this is all the new
visual
stuff
elements.
in the newer versions of Unity.
Yeah.
So if you stop using Unity 2017, you can actually take advantage of this stuff.
Yeah. I do have a older flowchart editor, which is still included. You can see that in the marketing video. That was kind of hacked in to Unity. So it does the automatic resizing and everything of the windows and stuff within it. With me doing the calculations behind it. So
are all the jobs that people expect to make going to become this huge, or is your blacksmith unique? Like, have you just gone overboard?
The blacksmith is quite complex. He has quite a lot of facets to his job. So
if you zoom back in again, sorry.
Yeah. So we can start off with a simple bit. So I am so sorry about my mouse. So basically, the first node.
Can you go deeper? Because we can't read that.
Here.
A little bit more.
It is a little bit delayed, I think. Is that
maybe on a little bit more?
A little bit more.
Does it go any more?
There.
I can kind of read that.
You can go in more.
But your mouse won't load. Maybe use the plus and minus keys on your keyboard.
I have not set up the plus and minus keys currently. The old editor has that.
Oh my word! You need to put that in just to survive your mouse. Oh, it's going out the other direction.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
There we go.
Okay, I think all right, chat. That's as good as we're gonna get. All right, so, it says name blacksmith. Description's nothing. Global character pool is a ball unchecked. Require check-in. Yeah. What's require check-in?
So required check-in is in the world you have two major types of objects which are important to the system, which is houses and workplaces. So houses are where they live. You can set them up to have their own bedrooms and stuff within houses, and their own personal items. So the system starts currently. A NPC will spawn in their house at the entrance to their house, and then they'll also have a workplace. So that's where they go to work. That also has an entrance. So the time of day hits their working hours, they'll start heading to the entrance of their workplace, and then they'll start going with different tasks. If you turn off the check-in, they'll start doing the tasks immediately, so they won't turn up to their workplace and then do their actions.
So like as Goku's asking,
Yeah.
you've got working hours, and then after the working hours, they go off and do non-work related stuff.
So currently the only other system which works quite similar to the job system is the need system. So in there you can do you can kind of think of it like The Sims or however you want to structure it. But you could have like hunger, you could have sleep, you could have entertainment, you can have lots of other things. Just basically anything, like in The Sims, you got hygiene, you got
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
So they'll
Goku
go
saying
off
that
and do those.
children would have their school as the equivalent of their workplace.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, the kids would go to school, and would you be able to have? See, that's where we get even more complex. So, as they're at work, would you be able to then have different parts of the day have certain sub jobs? Then,
So you probably couldn't do it as sub jobs, but you can have different duties. So that's the next level down. So how I've kind of structured it is you have a job. That job is the overarching group of duties. By duties, I mean they are a group of tasks. So I kind of thought of it like writing a job description.
yeah,
So you get a job title and all that, and then you have your key responsibilities when you're doing that job. So like if you're a coder, it would be maintain code base, develop new features. So each of those would be classed as a duty within that role. And then tasks are kind of a more refined down. So for example, if it's your duty is to develop new features, one of the tasks, for example, could be scoping out that feature or refining it. And then another task would be writing the code. And then a third one would be writing unit tests or so on and so forth. And then methods, which is the third layer down, is a way of achieving that task, but you can have more than one method of achieving it. But all methods should end up at the same point. So the result of any method should be the same, if that makes sense.
it does. But we need to see this in action.
Yeah. And then the final layer is actions. So these are the actual real world way of doing it. So are you looking for a certain item? Are you going to pick up something? Are you going to play an animation, stand on the spot for a certain amount of time? Are you going to go to a random location? So all those kind of bits. So if I just quickly explain the first duty and then we can see it in action.
Yes, please. But you're going to have to read out what's on your screen because none of us can see.
No problem. So the first duty the blacksmith has is. Apologies, I got a little bit of a cough at the moment. So the first duty the blacksmith has is to attend to his fire. So if he has his furnace running, he'll try and provide more wood in it, or he'll pump the bellows and try and keep it going. So that task
is there one
yeah.
like says turn, like if the fire's not on, then turn it on? Start the fire.
Exactly. So how that is handled is basically by, are there items enabled which he owns? So this task here will try to do this method first because it's the first in the two lists, which you can also see here. So within connections, you get the GUID of it, which you can also see up here. I know it's going to be incredibly hard to see on the stream. If I actually try and disconnect this window and then make it full screen, is this any better?
I can see that the GUID's in there. I can see that. I don't think anyone at home can.
Okay.
A lot of blob of
Is
text.
So,
but the fact that you've got unique IDs for all of these nodes is awesome. So that means I can reference them. Are these so? What behind the scenes are these scriptable objects getting created?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
I'm slightly tingly and moist by the sounds of that. Keep going.
They're all scriptable objects. Each type is in a list, and then it connects them all up behind the scenes. So when everything loads in, each NPC only gets a list to the current ones it needs, and then it has special iterators and systems where it just splits through it without having to do much logic. So it's really lightweight when it's actually running, which I'm quite happy with. Going back to this task, there's the provide fuel. So the first one it's going to try and do is stake the fire. So the action it's only going to do there is pump the bellows and leave it working. So then there's the first action, and this first action, if the fire isn't lit, is going to fail, which makes the entire method fail. So try a different method of achieving the same goal. So in this instance, it's looking for a lit furnace. If it can't find a lit furnace, it doesn't try to do this action, it doesn't do this, and it comes back to this task and then moves on to the next method, which the next method in this case is to start the fire.
Oh.
So the first action it does is go and find a pile of wood, and then it plays a little animation, which we can see is set up here. So it'll do the gather animation for 2.4 seconds, and then it'll move on to finding the furnace, and then it interacts with the furnace. And the character then picks up a wooden stick, which is spawned in on them. The idea being, hey, he's got a massive pile of wood, he's put it in the fire, he's taken one of them with him, which he then uses on a torch, a already burning fire. We then despawn the wooden stick, and we spawn in another one with a fire decal on it. And then he uses that on the furnace, and that lights the fire. So all that translates to this, which I can show you.
Excited. We went through it. Now we're going to get to see if it breaks. Because what if there is no wood?
Yeah, so you would have to set up another behavior around that. So I haven't currently got anything set up for that. I am thinking of adding in a new type of action, which would be kind of a scope sort of system. So you could set up more intricate systems based off of that. By having goal orientated kind of designs around it. So there are some limitations currently. It can
These
kind of
are the
balloon quite a
limitations
bit.
that you're finding when you've been trying to do your own game.
Yeah, like they haven't really came up too badly, really, for me. I'm fairly like I haven't had any issues so far with it.
He hasn't turned up. You gone down to the
Yeah, I
went down-
think what
you
I've
went down the
done
pub.
is I limited the amount of people that can spawn in, but I have another workplace currently turned on from some other work I was doing on it, so they didn't spawn the blacksmith that time.
Damn blacksmiths. Damn the
So
pub.
always. So
See another question. If you wanted to have two NPCs meet up at a given spot at a given time, is that possible?
yeah, so it's a little bit you can do it. There's no kind of defined system for it currently. So how you would do it is you'd have the NPC do a certain action, and that would enable our item, which then another NPC could interact with, which would do the animation kind of thing. So for example, with say you wanted someone interacting at a shop, you could have it so when they're behind the register or a customer is interacting with the till, that enables a kind of like serving area, which then allows the store clerk or the customer to interact with that certain person to do that action. If that makes any sense.
Does make sense. Exactly how I did my one when I my NPC system.
Okay.
I've been. You're not the first NPC system person to come on the stream. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
And every time somebody comes on, I'm like, oh, this is interesting, but would I stop using my own one to use this? And I got to tell you, so far with yours, it's the closest I've come to go, this looks really interesting. I could even see me hooking my one into this.
Okay.
Because mine, like you were talking about a need system. I built mine like on the same logic as like the Sims kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, I could go, oh, I could see mine hooking into this and taking away a lot of the headaches. And then, which is the greatest compliment that I could give.
Yeah, like my aim is to make it as user friendly as possible, which I'm still a little bit off from there. So, for example, the tutorials aren't the best at the moment, but that's mainly because I'm adding so many new, quite large features each time, which makes my content and videos out of date. So, my current approach to that at the moment is I'm having a big update, which has lots of new features, which are around a specific area. So, the one before New Year's should be around animations. That's coming along quite well and is definitely getting there. And then the one in January update wise is going to be around usability again, improving tutorials.
Nice.
And then the update in February is going to be new features. And I'm kind of doing that as the pattern at the moment.
I love the fact that he's just dropping everything on the floor. Go,
Yeah.
just stick it on the floor. Obviously, you can put the actions of he's actually got to walk to the rack, put them down on the table or something, pick them up. But for the sake of your demo, you've just got him dumping everything and picking it up again.
So that's something I kind of want to improve a bit because it's good. You have to be a bit specific at the moment when putting things on tables and stuff, in how they then pick them back up.
Does he check that it's there?
Yeah. So
it's not like assuming that it's there and then
no.
he carries on the action and there isn't at all. Like somebody who
No.
comes in and nicks the tool, he's not going to be
Yeah.
like wagging his arm in the air, even though there isn't a hammer
No,
there.
he isn't. So you can set, if I bring back up the flowchart editor, which hopefully we can see. So for example, down here, actually I think it's within, no, I will find the right bit.
How are you going to find it, this spaghetti land?
So
Are you going to add the
and look,
feature that you can group nodes together?
yeah, so there will be a way to group nodes together. There will also be a way where when you click a NPC, you can see the exact route they're using currently. For debug purposes, there is some good debugging at the moment. So for example, if an action fails, which we should actually be able to see in the logs here. Let's move this aside. So for example, if I go in the console.
Oh, Unity's hanging. Just going, hang on a minute. Give me 20 minutes.
So if we ignore all the, so for example, if an action fails, you'll get a warning in the console.
Oh, nice.
And this gives out the GUID of the node that failed, what type of action they're trying to perform, what item they're trying to find, and I can't remember the final one, but it is highlighted somewhere in the wiki. I think it's item type. So you should be able to find quite easily and quite quickly what's going wrong if something is going wrong. Which, if I show you another bit, so
Is that because there's a question in chat about you having the unique IDs in the title of each of those nodes? Is that so that when you are getting to those console errors that you can see it gives you the UID and not just the title name in case you've named two things the same name?
Yeah. So you could end up with more than one thing called the same thing, and that could be confusing. So I thought doing it by GUID just makes it really clear what's happening. Because I would say the name and the description, they're mainly there for readability issues. So when you're looking at this, you're like, what does this mean? You can read it and actually understand.
I mean, hats off to you. I started looking at turning mine into using some kind of node flowchart thingamajig. And I was reached out to a few people going, "Oh, you've done. How did you do yours?" And they're like, "Oh, I just did this from this tutorial. Taught me how to do it. Well, you can go do it yourself. You go follow these steps." And I just couldn't.
Yeah, like
it suits so much effort. So hats off to you for doing this. How much of your time is spent doing the editor stuff?
The editor. So that was the biggest chunk, actually getting it going. Like, because this is the second editor I basically made for it. The first time it took forever. Like, I would say, if we say I took 2 years making it and like designing it and all that, I would say like 9 months with the editor.
Oh wow, yeah. So close to half your time is just spent on the editor.
Yeah, and like that fully includes the way of breaking down all the nodes and how everything connects up. That's not included in that. So the 2 years was conceptualizing the entire system, figuring out how to do it in a way where it's easy to understand. Because I feel a lot of AI systems out there currently had they're quite technical. So you're learning, like you'll have an idea and then you're kind of trying to squeeze your idea into these technical terms. I wanted to have it so it was a lot more generic terms that people want. Yeah, natural and ways for people to understand. Because yeah, it's just a bit easier to break it down in my opinion. So this other group here is an entire job, and this is just collecting wheat from a field kind of thing. So you can have it really simple and not massively complex. This is a shopkeeper one. So this involves him checking his own stocks, shouting around with about his wares, him trying to sell stuff, and then also him kind of taking a seat in his store and just relaxing.
Oh my
So
word.
if I show you here, so how I normally create my AI behaviors is I make like a little zone with all the items I want in there, and then I just iterate on it within here. So you have it very containerized and you're not having other bits interacting with it.
Can I ask you? You mentioned the sitting down on the chair thing, right?
Yeah.
I just had post-traumatic stress memories of my NPC system that I did. I still am very proud of it. But
Yeah.
as I mentioned to you earlier, I hate the nav mesh system, and I hate all that. And I really got annoyed at sitting down in a chair.
Okay.
So I tried coding 10 different versions to make it look as natural. Each time it either didn't look natural or the person's butt magically, like he sits down and he slowly slides forward off the, so he's hovering slightly, all the NPC memes that you see on Instagram. It was like that. So do you have like an easy way for us to go, okay, I'm just going to hook into your sit down in the chair helper?
So that is going to be coming. How I've normally done it. So there's a mounting system within this. So it kind of supports item like mounts, I guess. I basically had it so animation plays and then it teleports the NPC to be sat in the right position and then an animation plays. So it's not completely smooth at the moment or the best. The animation update has added is adding quite a lot of cool things. So for example, instead of having one type of animation playing, you can have it so it selects a random range of them.
Nice.
It can also have a start, middle, and end animations. So you can kind of have them so they blend together quite well. I'm also adding in the concept of like an animation selector. So it's kind of a system which there'll be bespoke ones for different scenarios. But like, for example, one of the animation selectors I'm adding in this update is you can have filters and requirements. So for example, if a NPC is carrying a certain item, you can change all the base animations out. So their idle animation, their walk animation, and all that. So for example, if they're pulling a cart, you can override the animations to then be with him with his arms in the way and holding on to the cart instead of the normal walk animation.
Oh.
So I'm fleshing out that. The next one I'll probably do around that is the picking up of items. So if things are at different heights, it can then figure out which animations to play and all that. I, of course, won't be providing the animations, unfortunately. But it'll have like a set which you can then set up in it.
Is
if
it
you
going to be
have the right
supporting
ones.
IK,
Um,
Unity's
That
new?
should be something I should support down the road.
Should.
So how I kind of select next updates is I talk with the community and see what people want, and how much demand there is for something, and then also I'm using it in my own game, so any weaknesses I see in it, I'll also work on.
As chat saying, needs to somehow hook into the animation rigging. The main pain point with AI is interfacing with the animation system. So, yes,
Yeah.
everyone's problem. It's like,
So yeah. That's something which is improving a lot in the next update. It's going to be a lot easier to actually set up the animations as you want. So that's going to be done through the interface, no more going into the actual animation controller and all that.
it takes 10 years for Unity to accept updates and changes to the asset store submissions. Do you offer a way that people who've bought your stuff can get access to them quicker?
So Unity's normally been pretty quick with mine. They do take forever when you first release a product on there.
But hopefully the updates, they're not going to take 10 years.
Yeah, updates are a lot quicker. If there's a quite big bug or any bug found, I'll normally provide kind of step through instructions on how to fix it. So I'll say you need to go to this class and replace lines 50 to 80 with the following code. And that'll be my hotfix. That's the hotfix approach. That's kind of my way currently.
You've got the little fixes, they can't work without the rest. You could put them on your GitHub, or give a behind a paywall login where people put their invoice ID to validate or something and download it from your website. That might work.
I could, yeah. I currently don't host this anywhere except in my private GitHub repo. So I could manually do it or something, but so far I don't think there's been too much demand for that.
Hopefully you'll have about 500 more customers signing up thanks to being on this stream. So exclamation mark civil AI, or exclamation mark civil AI system, or exclamation mark AI system. All of those will work to get you a link in chat if you're using Twitch, not if you're using YouTube, because I haven't yet got YouTube chat working other than exclamation mark charity in the YouTube. Shall I load up mine?
Yeah.
And let's try this from scratch. Right. I'll stop looking at your screen.
And I'll stop sharing.
Okay. Don't hang up though.
No.
Because then that would be bad. I've got my project opened. So in my project, I'm using a number of things. So I've imported in, obviously, Civil AI system. I've also imported in this scene, which is from the Reverse Interactives Medieval Times exclamation mark reversed int. I'm gonna think it works. You put that in chat. Oh, by the way, actually, the widgets. No wonder nothing's been working. Widget alert box. They're off. Boom. That's better. Now you've got the QR code and the link for the charity URL in chat, which actually I should change that. bear with me. No, I'll leave that there. If you go to the messycoder.com, that takes you to the charity landing page, which I'll also have to update. We've got a charity landing page there, Isaac. So I've got in reversed ints medieval times. I've also imported in a load of characters from Maxim Bugrimov, exclamation mark Maxim in chat. I'm going to assume I've got one because I'm pretty sure. Let's see who we've got. We've got a load of Vikings. We are using URP because you told me I had to use URP. So, which I haven't yet forgiven you about. So here we go. Now you mentioned about making little areas. So I'm going to have this area here. The pub. We could put a load of Vikings in. Vikings are a bit scary. Or what we could do is throw in some of the NPC character females.
So should we
Or let's throw in this bloke. I've also got animations from Kevin Iglesias. So I've got Kevin's, we're going to Kevin's folder. I've got his basic motions as well as the villager animations because you told me they should be doing stuff.
Yeah. Adds a bit more character to it, doesn't it?
It does. And I've also got some children because I knew that would have a question about children. So let's throw some kids. Oh, she's bloody hell. She's huge.
She is quite big.
There you go. Right, I mean, the kids in Russia are probably like huge. Look at him. He's bigger than he is.
It's quite big. Wow. Yeah.
Right. So, what should we do first?
So, I think we can do this two ways. So we can use the default flowchart editor sets that are already done and get them spawning in doing that. Or we can go straight in and start trying to make our own behaviors and then go from there.
I would like to do my own.
Okay. Do you have any idea what you would like to do?
An NPC cleans the floor.
Okay.
Run sweeper.
So yeah, cool. So let's first go into the enum. So if you go, I think it's script. So Civil AI script.
Civil AI script.
And then enums.
Enums.
And then item.
And then item.
And then items.
Now, what do I do with this? Do I drag it on? Do I click it?
So
do I open it? Do I what?
If you open it up, this is something I am going to revisit. It's not the best system currently, but basically every item in the game and visible to the system needs an entry in this enum. So you got a massive list of like all these different items that kind of come with it set up.
Oh dear. You had me salivating at scriptable objects, and now you've got me manually editing script of enums. Oh,
yeah. Man. This is
never mind.
Gonna change. It's so if we add in maybe like a sweeping spot and a broom.
Okay, so I'm going to type in sweeping and broom.
Cool. Is there anything we want them to do, or will they just go around sweeping? I guess that's enough, isn't it?
That's enough.
Yeah.
Oh, where's my missing? I've got a missing comma. There you go. It's better. As we can see,
So
sweeping and broom have magically appeared.
the next bit after that will be going into the flowchart editor, so you can access that at the top in the tabs in Unity. So if you go Window, AI.
Shouldn't you have to stick it in a tools thing? Wasn't that the new rule? Like how to like the
I don't know,
menus.
maybe.
Maybe. Let me share my
I
screen with you on the Discord, by the way, so that you can
Yeah,
see in real time what I'm doing.
that'd be cool.
All right, share screens. Wow, it's really laggy. Oh my gosh. Bleep, 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 bleep. Right, tell me when you can see it.
I can see.
Good. Okay, so at the top, I've got. I don't see a.
Yeah, if you go Window and then AI, and then
Oh
Civil
my
AI System,
gosh! How did you? That's cheeky.
and then Flowchart Editor.
Wow, that's just. How did you get approved on the asset store?
Yeah.
Because that's like that. That's like breaking all the rules.
Maybe at the time it wasn't.
Do you know what it is? It's what mood the person's in that approves it. So like, hopefully, no, you can't see yo's. I'm sharing the window, not the screen on this on the stream. So let me do the full screen thing. All right, so everyone can see. Okay. See the full screen thing doesn't work anymore. Monitor main. There we go. So look down here, AI. He's put it in here under Windows AI. I mean, all of the asset publishers in chat now are looking at this, going, "How the fudge did he get that approved? Cheeky bugger!" Man, yeah, fair play to you for doing it.
I thought it's better than, when you have quite a few assets imported and then you just have a massive clutter at the top.
There is.
Lots of different
That's
menus.
why they're like, you got to use a sub menu called tools, a menu called tools, and stick it all in there. But nobody does that. Nobody does that. Everyone just goes randomly, shoves it wherever they want. Case in point, like yourself. But anyway, okay. So menus are the Wild West on Unity. Exactly. Wild Wild. Wiki Wild. All right, so
Definitely. So
what do I do?
yeah, you want to add in a job, so you can do that by right clicking.
So I right click and then do job.
Yeah.
Job A. Right. So
And then
this is as much as I can zoom in.
Yeah. And then we can give the name of it. So I guess Sweeper.
Sweeper. Oh, I can put a cabbage return in there.
Yeah, you can put quite a lot in. So this is what the NPC will be called as well, like in the hierarchy view.
Is it restricted? Does it have to match?
Yeah, so it copies it across. I am gonna add in naming or something at some point. So basically, I'm gonna have job needs and personality. I think my third one is gonna be called.
Nice.
So you'll be able to have NPCs having favorite places where they go, or different ways of them interacting. So maybe somebody's a lot more friendly.
So I'm forgiving you. I'm forgiving you more now for the enum by hand, because that you're just describing what I've got in my system. So the more that you doing that, the less I have to do my one, and I can just migrate to you.
Glad to hear it.
So what's this global character pool checkbox then?
Yeah. So what we can do quickly, if you go back to the scene.
Okay.
And you go Window at the top again, and go AI, Civil AI System, and go into Overview Manager.
Okay.
And then you can just drag that wherever you want it. At the bottom there, you have a region management bit.
Okay.
So if you name your region and then click create region.
Street A.
Yeah. And then you can find it in the left panel, or you can click focus and it will find it for you.
Oh.
And then if you go on the inspector.
Oh, oh, okay. It's like you've been looking through my code. Honestly, it's like bloody hell. I can just. There's so much stuff in this that I did in my one that I'm gonna find it very easy for me to migrate to your system. This is nuts. Obviously, you're doing it right because I can see a lot of similarities of what I did myself with yours. then obviously you're doing a good thing. So I can reduce the size here. So
Yeah.
What you could have is do it two ways. So if you're resizing that to be able to detect and change that, and if you're doing that, then it scales it there. But no, this is fine.
Yeah. Like I'm kind of thinking I want to improve this at some point, so it's a bit more complex, so you can have less rigid edges and all that. But what this basically does is looks for every house and workplace within it, and then it figures out the population and spawns everything in for you.
So good.
So if you click on the inspector whilst having that open, this is going to have an overhaul. So I am planning to have a unique interface for each system, but I'm getting there over time. So on run, it'll find all the houses and workplaces. The character pool is the interesting one, or what we're looking into. So if you press the add on the character bit there in the inspector, and then expand it, so you can have so the character will be the NPC that spawns in, and then the civil jobs, if it's set to none, it can be used it's in the global character pool, so any job can use it. If it's not set to none, then it will be specific for each job. And basically all you're doing with the option in the job menu with the global character pool is, if that's ticked, they'll use the ones for their particular job and also all the ones with the none attribute to it. So the idea is you can have each region having their own kind of feelings of how the characters look and themes. And also if it's kind of a job that, isn't particular workwear or anything, you can have a set of people using kind of similar things. So you don't have to define everyone.
So do I need to save this first before it appears as a job then?
No. So all we got is the job so far. So we can have it on global character pool. We can have a specific NPC if you want that job.
So hang on. Do I drag her into here?
So before you drag her, select which one you want to do. And then if you go back on the AI overview manager, there's a NPC template. Okay. Click that. They're completely set up, so you don't have to do anything there. You can make a prefab now.
A lot of stuff in here then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to just shove her down here into the root, which is very naughty. Don't do that at home, children.
And then all you have to do is drag that on. Yeah, drag the prefab into character pool. and then we can have a being any job, or we can set to a specific one. But that list won't change yet until you save the flowchart editor and import it.
So I save as.
Yep.
What
Type
do I,
in the name you want.
Sweeper? Is that right? Or should I have
Yeah.
it generic? Or
Well, you can have it general. So each flowchart is more than one job.
yeah,
So it'll be whatever's loaded in for that particular instance when you want it to run, kind of thing.
villages. So
Yeah.
what do I do now? Do I click this?
Yeah, you can press that. And then that will
Okay.
save. And then if you go window again,
Window.
AI, civil AI, and then settings. So these are where all the global settings sit. And then further down, you can see the import job node group, kind of like 3 from the bottom. So just above that one where you are. And then to the left, there's a drop down. And then you can select it. And that'll set up a whole bunch of things
Do I
in the
click the
background.
re-import? Or do I...
You don't need to.
Okay.
So that'll just be if you basically if you that's an issue with Unity. You can do load previous or load, and you'll get back right to where you were. Basically, Unity refreshes all data in certain bits.
Of course it does. Cheeky little sausage.
I did have a automatic reload feature, but that was causing a few problems recently, so I had to turn it off for now.
Was it exploding because it was constantly trying to reload?
It was.
I can hear the
having a
sigh
few
in your
issues.
voice.
Yeah, it's like there've been some really complicated bits with this. Like, for example, some data doesn't automatically reset when you go out of play mode. For example, all the job data would say loaded in. And then I had to set up a certain script to deload that information each run. And then the civil manager was also quite complex because some of that needs to say preloaded and others of it needs to be reloaded every time. So
People not appreciating the amount of effort it takes you to do this, Isaac.
Yeah. Well, I think they definitely appreciate it.
Chat, do you appreciate it? Let's ask him. Bardiki, do you appreciate what Isaac's doing with his NPC civil AI? I hope you do. You do appreciate it.
There's a lot of new challenges every day whilst coding this, which are great when you complete them. So
Bardiki says he does. There you go. Bardiki appreciates you. All right, so I've got my sweeper. Shall I?
Yeah. So
hang on. We'll get rid of the other NPCs so we don't avoid.
Yeah.
Well, we don't make it.
So we can get rid of all of them for now.
I don't want to get rid of the kids though, because I want them hanging around, seeing what's going on.
Sure.
Okay. There we go. Over here. Stuck into the ground. There we go.
So we got a job. We haven't defined any behaviors for it yet, have we? So this is going to be quite simple, I guess. Do we want them to try and... Do we have a broom object? Or
you know what we've got? Because who needs brooms, right? When you've got... I was going to say, when you've got a Hummer, I love Maxim. But I had to message and go yeah, it's spelling, English language is not the easiest. So I had to help him with send him a bug report on the naming of one of his assets. And he was like, "Thank you." He fixed it and submitted it. Right, one of
Nice.
these can be a broom, an axe. There you go. So
Sure.
this is her broom.
Yeah.
She sweeps.
All right.
She sweeps and
So
she chops.
what we can do is we can drag that into the scene again.
Okay. So, Barky says, when you see the Hummer, you go, I don't want to get hit by that, so it's a Hummer. Exactly. Well, should we use the Hummer? Then? You know what?
Yeah,
We're
let's
going to
go for it.
use. You choose, Isaac. You want the pointy Hummer or the boshy Hummer?
I think the bashy hammer
Okay.
would be best. So, really easy to set up items. All you do is go back in the overview manager
Okay.
and do add in item template.
I was about to click it. It's very intuitive.
And then go back to the inspector. And then in the item bit, you can select the item name, which is going to be broom.
There you go.
So
It's got
what
axe
that'll
down
do...
there, but it doesn't have Hummer. Item type, food or sleep?
Yeah, so
what's that?
We can leave that for now, but basically it's a way of grouping lots of similar items. So, for example, food, you might want to have it so you can have different item names, so like apples, pears, so on and so forth. But you can say it so it looks for a specific type of item. So it could be find any food item instead of trying to find specifics.
You can put people to sleep with the broom. Yes, you could.
True.
Quantity, do I put this as 1 then?
Yeah, you can. It doesn't currently do anything.
Okay.
It's
magical. It's
it's
the magic
something
variable.
happening. Yeah, it's like I'm starting to add an inventory system in the background. So basically, how I do development on this is I'll make something, and I'm always aiming to give new features and something tangible to everyone who has this as quick as possible. So I won't lock a new feature behind a wall forever, kind of thing. I'll have it so there's a small improvement which adds a little bit more to it, and that feature will grow in the background. And then when it's kind of complete, I'll be like, "Hey, this new feature's here. You can use it for this," kind of thing.
Chat's just pointed out that it's not just our good friends in the outskirts of the Russian Empire that have spelling errors.
Yeah.
It's actually quantity, not quantity, that you've written here in the inspector. So it's the quantity that doesn't have any logic attached to this quantity variable.
Yeah.
What? Or have you actually invented a new word?
Oh.
Is quantity your mavity? All of those Doctor Who watchers out there. It could well be. Official Joe Wheeler says, I just tuned in. I had my eye on this asset for a while, which is actually also what Bardaki says. I've looked at this asset many times. Well, ! Civil AI system in chat. It's on a 50% sale. So lucky you. Lucky badgers. In use. I'm not going to tick that and it will get ticked when it's in use.
Yeah. So this is actually having a slight overhaul as well in the next update. So basically, in use is used for one of the settings you can set in the action node is to check if an item's in use. And if it's in use, it'll try and find a different one of that type. So you don't have like 10 NPCs trying to pick up the same hammer or whatever.
Especially when the quantity's full, you know.
Exactly. So that's being changed slightly in the next update. So I'm aiming to add in a reserve and a in use, and then having it so you can tie in use to animations being played for the actual object. So it's going to have a whole bunch of extra things, making it a bit easier. So you can have, when somebody interacts with something, it makes something happen elsewhere.
Die.
Should be cool.
This interaction then, is that where I'm going to put my sweeping interaction?
No, so that's to add in a bit more complex behaviors. So if you click on add component
down here,
down at the bottom, and then type in interactor. Yeah. You'll get presented with this new menu. So basically you can have it so it affects another object in the world. So you can have it so it enables and disables another object. So for example, with that shopping interaction thing I was talking about earlier, you can have it so it would enable the other talking space or purchasing spot or whatever if this item was interacted with. So that's tied to the in-use variable currently. You can also have it so it spawns in new items. But we don't need that currently.
We don't need that. You've got loads of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's there's quite a few bits to it. So we can remove that bit. And we probably want to add in one other bit because we can pick up this item.
Oh, is it?
This is going to be improved. It's going to be a rigid body.
Oh, okay.
Because really I should have it so it checks if there's a rigid body and disables it and enables it, but I haven't done that currently, so it throws a little error.
It throws an error?
I know. Not good.
How did this get approved on the store?
I know, ridiculous.
The menus willy-nilly, errors popping up. Yeah. Gosh.
So if we make that a prefab, and we'll call it broom to make it nice and easy.
And can I call? Do you know what? Can I call it a broom?
Yeah, go for it.
Just because I want to.
And then
I've seen worse. Yeah, you've seen your own code. It's fine, buddy. Right, so now we've got our Hummer.
Perfect.
Should I delete this Hummer from the scene or leave it in the scene?
So we can kind of do it in two ways. So we could have a storage cupboard or something.
Oh, a storage cupboard! Now that would make Sengoku very happy because he was quite offended with your NPCs just dropping stuff on the floor.
Fair enough.
Do you know what? Do we actually have a broom? No, we've got the hum broom. Do we have a cupboard? No. Box. Oh. I get excited. It's one of your boxes. So you do get people the boxes. Look, everyone, you do get stuff. Now, interestingly, you don't seem to get a lot of nice free gifts with Reverse Int. Reverse Int is actually sponsoring us on the charity, giving us away some free things. Let's see what he gives. He's got he's got bananas, barrels. I just remembered the Crunchy Nut Cornflakes adverts. If anyone at home remembers. You do. You get ready-made buildings.
Yeah.
Celebrations banner. Coconuts. A cauldron. Some corn. Cucumber. Those are very British cucumbers. The size of those. Do you know what we could? Oh, look at that! A fork.
Oh.
Hang lamp. Hay bale. Look, we could have done hay and we could have done loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Logs. Actually, do you know what? There's a lot of stuff in these medieval times. What we could do is use a pallet.
Sure, yeah.
Couldn't we? We could use a pallet.
So we will have to go into the dreaded enum items.
We would. Oh dear.
You get to edit item.
Loads of stuff. God, there's me mocking him that he's not giving us a broom. Very modular. Look at this. Well, you know what else we could have done? Right, so if we go back to these palettes, the other thing that we could have done is, where is it? So much. Here it is. So, you look at this. Right? You know what I'm going to do? This is where it's all smoke and mirrors. Right?
Yeah.
Place it against the wall so you can't see the handle.
Of course.
Right? And then
Pop that in.
you got a collection of Hummers stowed away. There you go. Oh, my Hummer's inside my big copper box. My big copper thing. I don't know what accent that's supposed to be. Whatever it is, I'm going to fail on Duolingo. I could spend 6 hours doing this. There you go. Right, which one do you want? Do you want palette or the massive copper mug?
Yeah, well, you got to
Which
go
one-
with
which-
the mug. It feels like you put a lot of effort into.
There you go. Those cucumbers
So,
remind me of a certain pink item in GTA 3. I don't know what you're talking about, Bardaki. Right. So now we go to the enum and I'm going to type in. What am I typing in?
looks like I already added one. We can just call it storage, can't we? Unless you want to. Yeah, we can call it.
It's the magic cup.
Go for it.
All right.
So
Now
what we
do?
can do is have it so when they interact with the magic cup, we spawn one of the hammer brooms in their hands.
Oh.
Um,
All right.
so that way you can have kind of like reassure that the item's always there for the NPCs and stuff.
Magically spawning
Yeah.
brooms from the magic cup. I love it. All right. So what do I do? Tell me. Tell me.
Let's set that up as an item as well. So do you remember how?
Hang on. Don't tell me. Overview manager. Add an in item template. Go back to inspector. And then what was it? Magic cup. Leave the type null. My quantities are going to be 0. And then what did you tell me to do? It was
the interactive bit you don't need to do.
No?
Nope. That's more complex behaviors.
Oh, okay.
And then just save it as a prefab.
I'll just save this as a prefab. Right, back into.
You probably don't even need to do that really, but it's nice to do, isn't it?
It is nice to do. Right, stick it in there. At edge and I'll put it flat. Okay.
So the pivot point, Son Goku.
Yeah, is moaning about the position of reverse ints. You know what? We could sit and go through all of them, but yeah, I'm on local. Center, pivot, center, pivot. Yeah, it's pretty much put them in the same place. That's because it's a bowl. You can always do the trick, but you know it's a pain in the butt. Anyway, where are we?
Just on that point, kind of. So when you pick up a item, it does it on the center point, so where you interact from it. In the new update, you can add in a handle point.
There you go.
Gets around that problem.
I'm so glad you said it. Otherwise, I would have to make fun of you, and I didn't want to have to do that live on stream.
But that's coming out in the next update.
Did you say it's when the next update? You said January, but
no, New Year should be.
New Year. That's January,
so,
Isaac.
Well, I'm hoping like New Year afternoon kind of thing.
That's still January, mate.
No. Before midnight, 31st.
That's New Year's Eve. That's not New
Yeah.
Year.
New Year's Eve. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you can say
But
December. It sounds even more exciting.
December,
Oh, December. Oh, we are in December.
Yeah.
Wonder that's going to be. You
Let's
honestly
see.
think that Unity going to be approving updates and releasing it on the stores?
Yeah. Like, they're fairly quick.
Yeah, but
with-
it's New Year's Eve, mate. They want to go out and
Yeah.
have some fun.
Well, I'll do it a few days before, hopefully.
I would advise give them a little bit of a buffer on Christmas and New Year's. You can
Yeah.
even I cut Unity some slack, right? So,
Fair enough.
like, how dare you not approve my updates? It's 1 minute before midnight. How dare you? Damn your eyes, sir. Right, I've got my cup, my golden cup, and I've got my Humbrum. Now what?
Perfect. So, if we go back to the flowchart editor,
Right.
and then right click, and then we're going to add a duty in.
Duty.
So our first duty is probably.
Am I checking I've already got one in my hand? Or is pick up broom my thing?
Yeah. So it's probably more likely a task. So
Does my duty sweep?
Yeah. So perfect. And then we can connect that up to the job. And then on the job node, you can see a connection in the connections tab.
Both got them. Oh my word! Look at that. Oh,
And then
oh, look at
so
that.
it's always the parent that does the requirements.
Of course it is. Very clever. I like that. That's nice.
So these are all the same. These are all the things you can set. So you can set if certain items needed to do something, if it needs to be a certain time of day for them to start doing it. You can also, I don't think this fully works, but the workplace state should be, how that should work is you can check how many other NPCs where they work are doing a certain task. So
I'm not sure this works. I'll have to ask the developer.
Yeah. It's so most of the features in this have unit testing. So I want to try and provide a good high quality product with minimum impact to customers. So because it's quite a big tool, I can't manually test this every single time. I do try, but sometimes things do fall through. So I have developed unit testing for most features of this product. So there's a set of tests everything has to actually pass before it gets released.
I love the fact that you're a real software developer. Shall we go? I made this asset. Are you a developer? No. And we get a lot of people go, are you like, no, I'm an artist. But they've made ridiculously complex assets that you're like, how on earth did you how did you learn to do that? I think the UMMORPG person who made like Mirror and all that is like, he wasn't even a programmer. It was like he's an artist or a musician. I was like, and you're like, oh my gosh. Wow. And yeah, it's like how do you do it? But then you get real software engineers like yourself going, and everything's got unit testing in there. And you're like, oh, look at you, Mr. Shower Fancy Pants. I also like so going like, the time is 1788. That's because Unity's a bit of an arse. Like you gotta do some stuff manually.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay.
It's So you can remove that requirement as well. So if you go down to the bottom if you wanted to, and that'll delete it, so nothing will be applied to this. And then you'll get the node there saying you got no requirements for that node to actually take effect. So the next bit we want to do is add a task.
Here we do. Task.
So I think the first task will probably be to get to sweep, because that's the thing we want them to try and do every time, isn't it?
To sweep.
And then we can connect that to the duty. And then we can
my duty would be clean.
Yeah. And then we can actually use that requirements on the connection for the duty node for this particular task, which if you click the 2E7E646 connection on.
I love the fact you're reading out the line. Reading out the line. 2E7E6.
But in the connections on parent one.
Hang on, so how complex was it to get the node editor into this state? Oh, he's already spent a year on the other one. So is this new one?
Yeah, this one was a lot easier.
So you're using the Unity's graph, whatever it is. Yeah. That made your life a lot easier.
Yeah, it was a bit of a learning curve because I haven't used visual elements before, or USS, which is incredibly close to CSS but slightly different, which is a little bit annoying. I don't. So if we put item needed, and we want them to have the broom, don't we? So it will not try to do the task at all if they don't have a broom currently in their hand. And you can close that off, and that's all set, and you can see that by the yes being there. So that connection does have a requirement.
So then what? So I've got another task of get broom.
Yeah. Exactly.
Broom. But so if I had now multiple requirements.
Yeah.
So I've got a requirement, have a broom, but also bucket is not full.
Yeah, so currently it only works with one item being able to be carried at the time.
Okay, so I would need to have something first checks, is my bucket full? And then empty out the bucket, and if my bucket's not full, then I can sweep.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be able to carry the bucket and broom at the same time with the current setup. So I'm adding in a inventory system in the back, but it's a little bit complex because there's quite a few factors I'm having to think through with it. So for example, say you could carry a bucket and broom. I have to have a easy way for you to be able to define, okay, which hand should it have each one in? Does it matter?
It's the sword and shield conundrum. So you're basically saying primary, secondary. I thought you saying there's a lot of assumptions. You're assuming I'm left-handed. Maybe it's a right-handed broom, left-handed bucket. But don't worry, in them days, you'd have been burnt as a witch. So there's not that many left-handed people around. So
there's also animations as well.
Yeah.
So like if say I did it on first come first serve. So if you go to pick up the bucket first, then that's what you're carrying in your right hand, and then broom in your left hand. I'd have to have a way for the system to either be able to flip the animations based on that or do something else. So there's quite a few things I want to factor into it so it's done properly. So I'm getting there with it. The backpack thing that Barkley is on about that's kind of the state it's at the moment. But there's no way of adding things currently. But there's a way of checking to see what's in the backpack, basically.
All right, so hang on. I'm gonna check. No, what? We're gonna change stuff here. I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go because we're gonna be using cup 2. Right. Cup 2 is my bucket. Right.
Okay.
Because my bucket's more of a pan. There we go. Okay. Now let's see. I remember stuff. Do do do. Do 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 do. Over here. The pan. This is very. Look how quick this is. All right, I'm still using them.
That's one of the reasons I'm wanting to redo that bit is because it just
descriptible object comes over
slow, isn't it?
I'm not going to update my quantity. Quantity is fine. I'm going to drag in. I'm going to call this dirty filth pan. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Typos.
Cool.
Dirty filth pan. All right. Boom. So now, okay, what I want to do, previous, is, hang on, my dirty filth pan, pan selected, good. I want walk to find the dirty filth pan that's on the floor and check it to see if it's full or empty. And then if it's full, empty it. Else, I'm going to go and check for my broom and start sweeping.
Okay. So
how do I do that?
We're going to have 2 different types of items, basically, with that. And we're going to have to use the interactor. So let's start off with just having that check-in. So you want to see if basically the pan's dirty, and if it is, you want to do a certain set of actions.
Yes.
So we'll have a task to check pan, I guess.
Yeah. Check pan.
And we'll have that connected. And then we'll add in a action node.
Message testing to see how this asset pans out. I love it. I love it. So what am I getting? A method or an action next?
Action. Sorry, a method.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. Methods are made of actions, and a method is a way of achieving a task.
So check pan. My method is.
I guess let's do. Is it empty pan?
Don't I need to find it first?
No, because the method is what you're going to do it, kind of thing. So then we're going to make an action. And then that action is going to be location.
Oh, look at all this.
Sorry, locate.
Oh, my word. Look at all these things.
And then item needed. We should have a messy pan, really.
Don't try and bring me
Because we need to have a item for it being a messy pan and another item for it being a normal pan.
So you can't have the state of it. It has to be
not currently.
See, that's what we'd like to have, to be able to manage states of an object.
I am looking at that because I want to have it so you can give names and everything to a state, but it'll be dependent on the type of object or the name of the object, just to make it debuggable and everything.
Right. So the item needed is a messy pan.
Yeah, and then what is it you're wanting to be done with the messy pan?
Empty it.
Okay. So what did that look like? Are they gonna pick it up and
They're gonna bend down, pick it up, and just pour it on the floor.
Cool. So we're gonna add in another action. And we want to connect that to the method.
Oh.
And then if we change action to pickup, and then the name to be messy pan. So how these bits work is the locate will do it in basically anywhere in the world. The system basically has a item collection that is generated on spawning in, and whenever items are added to the world, they'll get added to this list, which is like a cache. And then it'll find the closest one to that particular NPC at the time. Pickup will only do it will pick up the closest item of that type within a very small area of it. The idea behind that is the locate will find a lot more specific things, and the pickup is a lot more got my words, but yeah, basically it's the locate should be used to find it, and then the pickup should be used to
immediately afterwards
to find everything. This could be simplified, I think, but there's also item ownership groups. So if you look on the item needed section of the action, just below the type is
personal, work, home, local.
Yeah, so workplaces can own certain items. So if you click on work, it will only use the work items, and personal will be only things within particular rooms. So for example, if you are using the house room system, everything within that NPC's bedroom would be personal instead of the homes stuff. Yeah.
Didn't even realize there was like a house room system in this.
Yeah, it's very early days, that feature, but I needed it so people didn't do musical beds every night.
Well, yes. it's unless they want to, obviously.
Yeah.
Now there was a question about NPCs running 1,000 meters for the messy pan. Is there like when you're saying about would search everywhere? Can't we set it that it's going back to your region? Like, okay, I'm not going to go beyond my region looking.
I think that's a good idea to add. I don't currently have that as a feature.
Okay.
So yeah, they could end up walking quite far in the current iteration of it. That is a very good idea, though, having it.
Where's he going? He's been walking for 6 months. It's an open world game. This NPC just won't stop walking.
So we have it, so they're picking up the messy pan.
Yeah.
And then what we can do.
It needs to empty it.
Yeah. If we want them to empty it just where they are, we can right click and add a idle action, which is the default, and then
do I connect that to
connect it up? Yeah. And then if we want to add in animations for these wait times, in this current version, this is changing in the next update. If you go to the method parent node of this group, and then select the connection that it relates to. So, And then you can drag in an animation and add a wait time to it.
Oh, all right. Let's do. Yeah, there we got one. What have we got? Right, what's the fudge? How about here we go. Cooking, death,
Oh.
farm. Sack. Planting seeds.
There we go.
Skinning. Watering, pouring. There you go.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Cool. And then we can set a certain duration for it. So that's in seconds.
What's I put? 5?
Yeah, go for it.
There you go.
So that's it. If we want a pickup animation currently, you can also add a animation and wait time on the second one.
Okay, pick. No. Get. Oh, there's something.
Oh.
1 second.
Yeah. So this is changing quite a bit in the next update. So these kind of settings are actually moved to the action. And within there, you can add a start, middle, and end animation. You can mix and match different sets. So a start, middle, and end is a set. You can then set a whole bunch of different groups of animations, and it'll mix and match them to create roughly the length you want. It's not exact, because that's actually a really complicated problem to solve. But yeah, then on the parent node, you can actually override those settings. So how we kind of added it now, you'll be able to do a similar thing, but with a more complex animation system. So you can have bespoke ones for certain like connections if you so wish, because each action node can connect to more than one method. So you can reuse bits if you need to.
Am I going to be on the output item putting in the clean pan?
Yeah, you can. And yeah, that'll replace what they're currently holding in their hand with the new item.
I haven't made a. I want to buy. Duplicate you, and you are clean filth pan, and then dirty filth pan can be messy pan, and then clean filth pan is going to be pan, and then drag you in here, and oh, you can be a prefab. Okay.
Perfect. And
So
then you can just click and drag it in.
do I drag it in from down here then?
Yep.
But how do I tell it to remove the dirty pan?
It will automatically do it if they're holding an object. So it'll delete the other one and spawn in the new one, taking its place.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted it to keep both, you could do a drop-off action. So that'll...
So like your example where he was just dropping stuff on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. You can specify a item in the drop-off, I believe, which will then place the object on another item in the scene. So you could have like a death spot or something, and then when they drop off, it'll teleport the object to there, and the animation ends.
So how do I do this now that if the pan, we can't locate a pan, I don't want him to go for 10 miles searching.
Yeah, well, if he can't find a messy pan, that action will fail, which will make the entire method fail. So then it'll try a different method of achieving that. So
do I make another method?
Yeah, so if we make another method, I assume what we're wanting is... So
Well,
the task...
hang on. What I want him to do is I want him first to do this,
Yeah.
and then if this fails or succeeds, he then does sweep time.
Okay, so he's are they gonna look for, so the task, is that just to empty the dirty pan?
Yeah.
If it's full, they aren't gonna move the pan anywhere, they aren't gonna
No.
So that task is,
I mean,
should we change the task to
we've only got a
like
short stream, mate. Can we...
All right, yeah, cool. All right. So we have that. So the next one is going to be getting the broom, right?
Yeah.
So what we do need to do in the duty action above the tasks.
Hang on. So is get broom should be shouldn't be a task.
That should be a task, yeah.
So I've got to sweep and I've got get broom as two separate tasks.
Yeah. So, well, actually, you could probably have to sweep as a task and then have two methods. So one where they have the broom already and another one where they don't.
Use broom. Find broom. Get broom.
Yeah. So something I haven't worked around yet is Unity.
This is nice, isn't it?
It's because of the connections. So if you use list views in the node graph view, it causes issues. So if you just minimize the connections on the top method, that will be fine now.
That must have really bound you up.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out a way around it, but I can't at the moment. I thought it's the lesser of two evils. If you have a lot of connections, they get in the way a lot. So it's something I'm working through.
This asset for sure sees a lot of action. Love that. All right, so I want to bring these down. So actually, no, I'll stick that up there.
Yeah.
You up there. You up there. All right, you're out of the way. Like that. Boom. No matter what anyone else says, that's the one downside with these node.
Yeah.
Graphs.
It's like it can be quite difficult keeping your workplace clean on it with them and readability.
Right, locate.
Yeah.
Find
so
place closest.
Yeah, looking is so you can make it so the NPCs look certain ways. So one of the ways I use that is, you know how I got the NPC looking at the furnace when they were using it?
Yes.
Just for bits like that, so you can have it so they're facing the right way. One of the aims with the new update is to have it so it uses animations and stuff for turning, because at the moment it snaps.
Looking forward to animation update.
Yeah, it's quite a hefty update.
Right, so and then no pickup.
So well, we're using the broom, aren't we? So all it needs to do is locate. We don't need to locate the broom. We need to locate a cleaning spot.
Oh, I didn't make a cleaning spot.
I think you did something similar to that. We can have a look at sweeping. We can just call
Magic
it
cup.
Or just above broom.
It was magic cup.
Sweeping.
It was magic cup. Magic cup was where the brooms are.
Yeah. But with this method, we're doing use the broom, aren't we?
Oh yeah, use broom. You're right. Oh, silly me. Okay, so sweeping.
So we can locate that. And
The
then
sweeping area, dirty area.
yeah.
Oh, I get you.
And then in the connections, we can just add in a requirement, add our animation in, and our wait time.
He hasn't got a sweep. Has he got a clean? No. Oh my god.
Clean? Or...
I would have thought that was a standard villager. Shovel. There you go. That'll do.
Perfect. You also need a wait time because otherwise it'll just instantly finish.
How much
Cool.
time?
3 seconds maybe. So spend a little bit of time on the spot, then move on.
Okay.
And then the get broom, we can right click and then do locate. And then the magic
Magic cup.
That's it. Connect that up.
Does the magic cup spawn the broom then?
Yeah. So yeah. And then we can also add that method to. We can add an animation for them picking it up.
Okay.
Perfect. And then if we add that method node to the above action node, which is the sweeping. So on the exit from
which one?
the second method, so the one below.
So the get broom.
That one.
Yeah.
And then connect it to the entry action above, which is the locate sweeping. The right.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we can also add in the same connection requirement as the one above.
What was it? Shovel.
Yeah. And then 3 seconds, I think we said.
All right.
Perfect. And then what we need to do is add in a requirement on the task on the top connection to have it. So they need the item broom or whatever we called it. Broom, yeah. And then close that off. So that'll first method it'll try to do is the top one. It'll fail because they don't have the broom, and then it'll go on to the next method, and they'll go and find a broom and then try and sweep.
Oh. All right. So I'll delete my clean filth pan, and I'll delete my broom. You know what I'll do? Because it got to look. Find the hammer. Little trick. Oh no, it's the wrong hammer. Wrong hammer, everyone. Wrong hammer. The hammer 2. Okay. There you go. A little trick there. Sticking the same. Right, now I'm going to put those a little bit not too close to each other. And is there any filth? Filth. No. Dirt. Oh.
Oh.
Village dirt. What's this one? Of course it is. I'm going to stick you inside my filthy pan. Oh, look at the size of it.
Wow.
Massive. Let's shrink that down. Right, there you go. Drag in. What is this? A texture or that's a texture?
Texture, yeah.
Can I just drag you on and it'll work? Okay.
Apparently so.
Boom. Lovely jubbly. No. Why you? Okay. And right, go to my filth, flan, filth. Okay, dokie. Right. Job's a good one. Right, so how do I now set my sweep area?
So, what I normally do is have a trigger cube kind of thing.
Do I just put a...
Yeah, I put like and then just get rid of the box collider. Sorry, not the box collider, the mesh renderer. So the NPCs will try to go to the center focal point of it. And if that's too high off the ground, they'll never complete that action.
Oh. There you go.
I think maybe a little bit lower.
Seriously?
A bit closer to the ground,
Oh
yeah.
my word. Archie fly. There you go, let's put this down. Boom.
Perfect. That's
Lovely jubbly. All
a
right.
bit close enough. And then, you know, what's next, don't you?
Add in a workplace template?
Well, we need to
In
make the
item
dirty
template?
spot, don't we? So item again, and then we need to
Do I
give
go
it
back?
a.
Do I go back into the...
No,
No, because
well,
we've got
we put
sweeping.
it as sweeping.
We've got sweeping. All right, add an item. Go down here. Sweeping.
Perfect.
And an interaction?
No,
No?
all good.
No? Oh. Okay. Just save my scene. Where's my lady? My lady, where's she gone?
So she'll be spawned in automatically.
Is she?
Front
But
end.
where's she gonna spawn at?
So we need to add in a house and a workplace.
Alright, so she can be across the street. Be nice to her.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I've got building number 4. House.
So, sounds good.
Right. I'm gonna add a house template.
Yep.
It's
And
pretty
then if you
straightforward,
go
isn't it?
back on the inspector, if you put, so you can change the max, so we want that to 1. And then if you expand the house object, you'll see a entrance. So that'll be the exact point they spawn in at.
I have to raise it off the ground.
Like maybe a little. That looks fine.
And
And
how do I
we
tell
also...
her? How does it know that's her that's going to do it? Like, not Kevin.
So there's 2 ways you can do it. So you can do it using the pre-populate feature, or you can use the bespoke AI system. But so basically, you press play. The civil manager, so the local one that you name, so Street A civil manager, that'll find all the workplaces and all the houses in that area, and then it will pick random houses and workplaces within that area and spawn in NPCs.
Oh, okay.
So I did try originally having it so it find the closest, but it looked really weird. Like it didn't feel natural. I'm probably going to add that back as a feature, but it just ended up with people living right next to where they worked and nobody going anywhere.
As they do.
Yeah. So now we need to add in a workplace. So it doesn't really have to be anywhere, but we can say it's that building, yeah.
Right. Lovely jubbly. I'm gonna guess add in workplace template.
Yeah. And then job data, add an entry in there. and then select your job, and then add a position to it. So not for that one, yeah. This is going to have its own custom editor at some point. It'll probably be something I do in the next update. So assets are what the place owns item-wise. Workers will be all the NPCs that work there when it starts. Routes are used for certain behaviors, so you can have it so they follow certain routes around town, or where you can place nodes. And then zones are, you can tell NPCs within, like, find items within this area. So you can have it so they go across town and pick up an item from one point of town and then bring it back, kind of thing. So we got our workplace, we got our house. So that should probably work, but do we have a nav mesh made?
I don't believe so.
So we need to do that, and then we should be ready, I think. Son Goku, I see your comment about having like a black and white kind of system. You kind of could. So this would, you'd be able to do all the needs and all the working job bits of it. There'd be quite a few other bits you'd have to do yourself though, on top of it. But it could be a good starting base for a game like that.
It's been so long since I've done. I've tried. Where the bloody hell is the nav mesh menu?
Oh, they changed it. So
used to be down here
in
somewhere.
this version, you have to, I think, import it in the
Oh, it's not
package
the new
manager.
bloody nav mesh system, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't played. Oh my god.
This is because of the Unity version, I think. You're
Oh,
on. It's not too bad,
I
but
blame
it was
you
a
for
little bit
this.
confusing when I first.
God's sake! All right. That's a big challenge.
This also works out of the box with A-Star pathfinding and.
Does it? Okay, I like it. I like
Agents
it.
navigation.
There we go. Okay. So that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it's really easy to add your own versions if you want. Because there's a interface system.
Right,
So you can actually change it just by a drop-down list.
Really?
Yeah. But if you want to add your own, you have to make your own thing off a template. So it's filling in like 3 functions that are like 5 lines long.
Hey, I hope you're still awake, by the way. Peter was asking, like, can you show us step by step everything so that I don't have to read a manual ever? And we're doing that, Pete. And then Pete's all quiet since then. So Pete's gone to watch the boxing. Pete, are you still in chat or have you gone to watch the boxing? By the way, Pete's in the Humble Bundle at the moment.
Ooh.
We need to push the link in chat. Can somebody push a link in chat? Who's you have to be a subscriber to be able to be allowed to put links in chat. So click on that subscribe button. You've got Amazon Prime. You get a free subscription. Why don't you use it? No, you got to manually copy and paste the Humble Bundle, the Unity Humble Bundle, yo's.
Son Goku, you can give different jobs at runtime. I'm actually going to improve that in the next update.
Nice.
Basically, you can pass in a civil job parameter, and it'll go and collect all the nodes and requirements needed, which can happen at runtime. But you do have to pass in the house and the workplace if it's working at, and clean up a little bit afterwards. But it's not difficult. But will be a lot easier in the next update. Not the one end of this month though.
Right. Put it in. What's this
Nice.
What's this new nav mesh nonsense?
So you have to add in a game object. So I think you right click in the
Oh, God.
hierarchy, and then there's a AI. And then, yeah,
Nav
that's
mesh
me.
surface.
Yeah. And then you have to set how big you want it, I think, in the inspector.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of good because I kept running into issues with that big map I got from Unreal with the nav mesh. It just kept crashing out. Trying to do the entire map.
Oh, hang on. Okay. There we go. So, how do I? Where do I? What do I? What? Where?
Is it in
What?
advance? You can bake it in the bottom right. That might cover enough.
I really should watch a video on the new nav mesh system. Well, do I just do you scale it up? Do I go like that?
It could be.
Do I do that? Do I say 10? 2 by 10? Is that how it works, chat? What's this new nav mesh nonsense? What is this?
If you go in the drop down, like in the top right, you got the gizmos and then camera. If you go fourth one along, does it have the layers? So not in the gizmo, not the camera, not the eye, that one. Does it though?
No.
Because what I get on mine is I have a little AI nav in the bottom right of my scene view, and it's like agent navigation.
I don't. Initialize converters. What's that? Maybe that's it. No.
That's for my example scenes, I think.
Ah, okay.
Because they're on the older version.
Get that then. Bum, bum, bum.
No.
AI.
Aries? No, that's the layer stuff, isn't it? Maybe no, you got humanoid. Should we press play and see what happens?
Let's just push play and see what happens.
Yeah.
Human vehicle area. Generate. Okay. Was
Like
it
it
minimum
says there's
area?
an ad mesh.
Minimum. Oh, okay. Minimum area. 20. Like. Can't see anything. Any windows or nothing.
No. Shall we just press play, see what happens?
Let's push play and see what happens. Yeah, it's a good idea. All right. Oh, there she is. Oh, we haven't given her any animations to walk around in.
Well, they should have some animations automatically. Because there's the animation controller. Oh, we also haven't set up the scene fully. So if you press AI
Oh, she's
overview,
got a missing animation controller. There you go. So which one's? Do I give it your one, the AI one?
Yeah, that should work.
You've got
it
two
works for the
animations controller.
yeah, they're the same. One of them's just a backup in a resource file.
Do I edit any of these stuff or?
Nope, that should automatically be set up by the system. So if you go AI overview manager as well.
AI overview manager, yep.
And then if you click the create and add assets to scene for set up AI in scene at the top of performable actions. Yeah, there. Done. Cool.
Lovely.
And then if you press play.
What's this? What's this down here?
Yeah, so I think some of them might have been not being able to find the game manager. So the game manager in Civil AI basically handles time of day.
Okay, who in chat knows anything about the new nav mesh system? Like
Pizza Head.
He's like, I'm thinking hard. Okay.
Fair enough.
The old way you'd be able to see it's like it shows
Shall
you.
we try and run again?
Let's try and run again, see what happens.
Yeah.
See, this is what I don't like when they make new things.
There we go.
There, she's walking around. Where you going, love?
Yeah. If you click them, oh, they're probably trying to head to their workplace entrance. Yeah. So.
Oh, workplace entrance. We didn't change
Yeah.
that. My bad. My bad. Do apologise. Entirely my fault. Right. Right. Yolin said, what did you say earlier? Control Shift, drag, snap it to the ground. Okay. That's okay. Cool.
Sometimes hard to tell depth of field, isn't it, with 3D?
Okay, so sorry. All right, now, why was she floating and then started to walk?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that. So
Okay.
it could be maybe exit times on animations or something.
Oh, that's again the good old joys of animations. Okay.
But then, by the way, if you move the nav mesh, you have to rebake it
Oh yeah, I
because
was
it
gonna.
gets offset.
All right,
Found
so
that out the hard way.
let's see now. Still don't like the fact that it doesn't render the nav mesh. I can't see it. Start walking now. Oh, there you go.
It's quite a long time.
Okay, just got there. Now,
If you select her, you can see what's happening.
there's a lot of errors that's happening.
Yeah.
Where
Which
is she?
is she'll be in the So if you click sweeper,
There she is.
I am not sure about these errors. I have never seen these before. If you double
We
click them,
managed to break it live on stream. It's nice to see that my record of every single asset we've ever had on stream we managed to break continues.
if you double click one of the errors, we can have a look.
Have a look. Specified cast is not valid. It's not valid, mate. Your name's not down. You're not coming in. Hit space with cursor in scene view. What? Make sure gizmos have turned on. What space? What are you telling me to do, Pete? What's this gonna solve? Okay. Pete's just saying stuff to be part of the conversation. Confuse me.
He did say he was a minute and a half behind.
Oh yeah, okay.
So maybe.
So what do you think this error is then? What do you think it could be? What's
it could
missing?
be a few things.
Could
so
So open up 99. You've got 99 open on your screen. You know what 99 is. Line 99.
It's an AI controller, isn't it? I have, for the most part, most things are in, That's, I got in a try catch, so it isn't quite.
Whee! Like that she goes, no, I'm going here. I'm going here.
So, if we look at her work state in the work controller.
Okay.
So a bit further
Where would
down.
that be? Work controller. Here we go.
Yeah, and then work state, and then nodes. That looks fine. Hmm.
I think Messi should have a section where he tries to fix the errors he finds himself. No, he shouldn't have that section. That would be a very bad idea.
Right. So AI data board 131. Let's have a look there. Because it's in try catch, it's a little bit tricky sometimes, isn't it, to see where it's happening. So it's on controller manage. Work controller 145.
Love listening to the cogs whirling in your head as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, did you break it? I somewhat broke it.
So it's basically all the node types. They have a base object, and they all inherit from there. And the work state node, third one in the list, which is number 4. So if you look at 5D6CAF in your flowchart.
Let's have one more.
Oh, thank you for the follow. I love it when people follow because things are broken. I do appreciate that. By the way, exclamation mark charity in the chat, please. Right, I'm looking for 5D8.
Yeah, it should be an action node.
Okay. It would be it's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that. It's none of those. Is it one of your from one of your ones?
No, I'm looking at it. So you see the
Is it
maybe
truncated?
it is.
Is it?
Let's have a look. So if you go project in the Project Explorer window bit,
Yeah.
and then if you go to Civil AI System,
Yeah.
and then Resources,
Yeah.
and then Job System,
Yeah.
and then if you click on Action List,
Yep.
and then if you expand that,
It's
list
empty.
is empty. Okay, that shouldn't be the case.
Shouldn't be the
So
case. should
this
it?
one should be what you have here. So if you go into inactive in the project bit,
Yeah.
and then go villages, and then click action list,
It's empty.
that's empty. Well, the duty list empty.
It's empty. It says
Yeah.
0.
All right, let's try a save as in the flowchart editor.
While I'm in a runtime, in a play,
You can come out of runtime.
I come out of the runtime. Mamma mia, what a mistake I make.
And then let's try and save it as a new thing.
Why is not listed here? It is a
It is.
villages. Why is it inactive? I save you as Minky. And now we have
And
a
then,
Schminky.
yeah. And then let's have a look to see.
But Schminky now has actions.
Yeah, so these are all here
But
now.
villages don't
So if
have
you-
any. Oh, no.
Yeah. So what you can do is use the AI overview manager, the AI settings tab, and then import the Schminky one.
Import the Schminky.
And then if we go back up to job system,
That is here.
cool.
I go
And
up to the job system.
and then check to see if they're all there.
They're in the actions.
Nice. So if we press play, hopefully this time it should be fine.
Gizmos is not off. Gizmos is on. Navamesh. You lied to me, Navamesh. No robe de balle.
Maybe you have to restart or something. maybe it hasn't loaded in the gizmos correctly. I don't know.
Okay. It does a click and play,
Yeah.
and I see what happened here. Those who are confused, I've been doing my Duolingo lessons, learning Italian. Currently top of the league. Action failed.
Action failed. So if we look
Magic Cup is null. Why is she going to Magic Cup first? She should be looking for Bucket.
Yeah. So if we stop that.
Go
and
to the
then
flowchart. Load previous.
Yeah.
Loving the load previous. Looks life so much easier.
It's a nice feature, isn't it?
Right, so why did she not go check pan first?
Let's have a check of the duty. So if we open the connections on the duty node.
Duty node is this one.
That one, yeah. And then let's see which one's first. So 2E is first. If that...
Oh! That to sweep has broom.
Yeah, so what you can do is you can drag the connections in the connection menu and switch them around. So like if you hover over the GUID or anywhere except the button.
Hang on, hang on, this should be. Hang on. So first check pan, but it shouldn't have been requires broom in the to sweep. The requires broom is in here.
Yeah.
So that was a mistake in the first place.
Yeah.
That was my bad. And I don't need to save every time I'm making a change.
You do.
Do I save because there's no saves grayed out?
Yeah, so because you loaded previous, I lose the current one you're editing on the load previous because it's basically it loads it in from a file, and that file doesn't have the previous.
So that's why we were having all the errors.
Maybe, yeah. So if you go back to AI settings,
do I have to import again?
Yeah. I did have it, so you didn't have to, but it caused some odd behaviors, like in some edge cases. And then, yeah, play.
Right. Oh, my chat's saying that if I click on nav mesh, no, still no. For you it says no. It says no. All right, let's do this. So let's do it. Come on, you can do this, lady. She's like, glad, walk now. Okay.
There we go.
Look! There, she's emptying out. Get your bucket. Is she carrying the Hummer?
So it looks like.
Oh look, missing.
Have a rigid body.
There, dirty filth pan doesn't have a rigid body.
Yeah, so we can just add that on to the prefab.
Dirty filth pan.
I will add in with the update coming out.
That's what you were saying before about you just kicking out errors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Because it was a variant, I should now have it on there. Okay.
We're not picking up the cup. We are picking up the broom, and we have it on the broom. So
all right.
All good.
Are you watching? Are you watching chat? Do this. Okay. Right. Here. She is. Now she's going to our workplace. The variable right hand of AI data board has not been assigned.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about this bit. So, apologies. So
that's all right. That's what this is all about.
If we get the prefab of the NPC.
Of the NPC? Okay.
Yeah. And drag her back into the scene. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there she is.
And then if you click on her, if you scroll down in the AI controller, no, sorry, the AI data board.
Yeah.
At the very bottom, there's right hand and left hand. Left
Yep.
hand doesn't do anything currently, but the
Oh,
right
dear.
hand does. So if you find the bone or
All these people, you're not left-handed, then I take it.
I am.
You're left-handed, yet you're basically betraying your people of the left-handers.
Yeah.
Ned Flanders would be spinning in
I
his
know.
grave.
Could be.
You'd be banned from the Leftorium, you know that. I'm going to put a left hand in there. I'm going to put the right hand in there. Just because. Do you know what? I should put the left hand in the right hand. All right. Should I I'll apply her.
Yep.
All right. Pick her out.
And now we should be all ready.
All right. Now. My eyesight is getting so bad. I'm reading Pete's comment on YouTube and it says, show us how to use the toolset. And every time I see that in the peripheral vision, it looks like it says, show us how to use the toilet. Here she is. She's emptying out the bedpan. Dropping now it's clean.
Yeah.
Bedpan. Now, action failed. What she failed?
Messy pan, which...
Why is she still doing this? Why isn't she going on to this one now?
Yeah, so let's click her and see what she's up to.
What are you up to, Gladys? It would help if I'm actually in the scene view. Trying to access her. So, what's she currently doing?
She's still trying to find the empty pan. So if you go console quickly. Okay, so yeah, okay, she keeps trying the messy pan bit. So let's go back to the editor. And yeah, load that in.
Never using load previous ever again.
It works for the most
It's dead to me, Isaac. It's dead to me.
So do we have... Okay, so the task... If we go up a level, so above task, sorry.
Hang on. Duty?
So yeah, duty. So what's happening, I think, is so duties are... I think we need to split out the sweep to a separate duty to the pan.
Ah.
That was my fault. Apologies.
So. Empty pan. Clean up. How do I?
If you click it and you press delete.
There you
And
go.
then, yeah. Perfect.
Is that it?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, it should be it.
Do I need to import again?
Yeah.
Every time I click save, I got to click import again?
Yeah. Because so how it works in the back end is...
Don't try and give me excuses, Isaac.
Fair enough. AI settings, and then from the drop down list there.
All right. I'll tell you what. Okay. When you click save,
yeah, it should.
Can it go and run the caller function?
Yeah,
that does that. It's not like so automatically, but it's running a function, calling the function.
I did have that before the previous update, but it was causing some problems for some reason. So I am looking into it, and it will get better. But like the save feature doing well. What bit was it? Yeah, the save feature was a complete the save as feature, sorry, was a complete nightmare. Because I had to do a whole bunch of reflection to get that working.
Oh dear.
Which was
Yeah,
a nightmare.
I've got more sympathy for you now.
Yeah.
I'll still mock you though. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never already.
Only fair.
Right. Dropped it.
Done.
Oh,
Okay, so it is.
it can't find the pan. Can't find the cup rather. I can't find my
Yeah.
big golden cup.
Have we got it set up as
Do we have it set
magic
up as
cup?
cup?
No.
Pan. Magic cup. That's the problem, children. See that now it's my turn. Right. Now, I know you said right about donating to the sort me out the key. What we could do.
Yeah.
Right. What we could do. We could do a raffle tonight, but we're not gonna it's 1 o'clock anyway, I wouldn't do it. You wouldn't chat knows you don't get the prizes same day. It's not same day delivery, right?
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. So we'll do a raffle tonight and then we'll sort it out during the week. The person redeems their prize. Hit me up on the Discord. How does that sound? Because then the person who doesn't win has to go out and buy it at 50% off. And if it turns out that Isaac doesn't have any keys left over, whoever wins will get hooked up with something else. I'll sort you out. Don't worry. So how's that? And that way you don't have to feel nervous about, if you don't happen to have one in your back pocket. You only get 12 a year.
All right.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
We can do that, yeah.
Right. So if they will get Mess. Exactly. They will get Messy's, my own asset that I have, which is awesome, called Mest, available on the Unity Asset Store. Exclamation mark. Technically, it's not mine. It's my wife's. I was supporting her, making it. So there. Okay. Civil AI system. Oh, it's such a pain having to put the dashes in there, but I do it for you, Isaac, because right. You've got 3 minutes to enter this raffle. Now, you might win an asset, you might not. We never know. You just exclamation mark raffle in chat. There you go. And if you lose the raffle, and you've typed in exclamation mark raffle, you have to, by law, go to the asset store and purchase it at 50% off. Exclamation mark civil AI chat. Did Isaac actually agree? No, but he's got no choice. He's a guest on the stream. And I've managed to find where he lives. So there you go. Goggles Chris says, I'm happy having one copy of Civil AI. Yeah, if you've already own it, enter the raffle and then sell them on eBay. Now, she's walked over. She hasn't dropped it
for some reason.
Why hasn't she dropped it? I'm not sure you can blame me for this one.
No, okay. Tried. No.
Should we have a look to see what she's doing?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look. What is she up to? What are you up to, my dear?
So she isn't failing because we're not getting any alerts. I don't know why she's still carrying it. She shouldn't be.
She's stuck. It says coroutine started. And then nothing happens.
So basically how the system works is there's a AI orchestrator.
Well,
So not every NPC is updated every loop.
Yes, that's
good. And it runs on a coroutine, and there's a auto restart if that coroutine ever stopped working for whatever reason. So it automatically says that message on start. If we hold the thing she's carrying, like if we click it, Is it a child of? Yeah. So they're still holding it, I would assume, from that,
Odd, isn't it?
which they shouldn't be, because our node. If we ever look at our flowchart again, action.
You dropped
so,
it before.
Yeah,
You used to drop it.
yeah. Have we? It doesn't look like. Oh, okay. We're not dropping it, are we?
Because you said we could just. No, we're
Yeah,
not.
we're replacing it, but we're still holding the new one.
So we're not
So we need to
we're
put
not
the new
replacing
one
it
on
with
the floor.
the. Okay. All right. So. No, Pete. Pete, it's I can't. You can't see what I'm clicking now because I'm not sharing the desktop anymore. But no, it's not that, Pete.
So if we add in another
Maybe
node here,
put
which
you
is just
there.
drop off.
Action is drop off. Do I have to say what it's dropping off?
Nope.
I'm a little bit scared about that.
And then you can save, or you can add an animation and all that for it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Right. Save. Schminky. Clear that out. Alright, quick play. Okay, the raffle has come to an end. Remember that if you are in the raffle, you have to be a follower. You also have to send me 50 quid in the post.
Cool.
Okay, what's she going to do? She's going to drop it. Drop it, love. Drop it. Dropped it.
There we go.
Pick up your broom. Pick up your hammer. Pick it up. Pick up the hammer. Why won't she pick up the hammer?
Let's have a look at our nodes for it.
Shall I get out of play mode?
It could be maybe they're trying. It might be the point they're trying to get to too far away. But let's have a quick look at. So
she was standing right next to it.
Yeah, but maybe the bit she's meant to get to is like the other side of the cup or something. Or yeah, it's off the ground and a bit up.
Because of it's in the middle.
Yeah, the height might be an issue.
Okay. Have a look at the flow. So, locate sweeping.
Sweeping. That's the sweeping spot, and then
So
the
she
one
doesn't have the
below,
broom yet.
locate.
Get the broom. Locate the magic cup. Oh,
Yeah.
but then it's not actually picking up. We didn't have any actions for. Oh no,
Well,
we did.
it's spawning it in. Yeah, so that should work. I think it would just maybe too far away, so it would never getting to the point fully.
I'm not going to announce the winner until this works. Cat. You don't get announce the winner. Okay. She's hovering in the air. Got no idea why. Just likes to. I'm hovering. Yeah, she's got it. And now she's sweeping. She's sweeping.
Then she'll drop it and then get another one.
Why does she get another one? Is this loop here? Why doesn't she just go get cleaning?
Because I think the way we got it set up currently. So if we have a look at the flowchart again.
I mean, Trigger in Only Fools and Horses would be livid. This kind of lack of respect of brooms.
So to sweep, so get broom, locate sweeping. Oh, because she. Okay. So basically, if an action fails, it automatically resets the state of the NPC currently. So if they're carrying items, they drop items. Because it's like a hard reset, if that makes sense.
No, but carry on.
So the idea is, if an action fails, there was mainly in an earlier edition when I came up with the idea. So if something doesn't work as intended, you could be in the middle of a set of actions which you shouldn't be in. Basically, you could get NPCs stuck with items.
Yeah, but we
So,
did. She's got her broom.
yeah.
She
So
got her
what we
broom,
can,
and then she
yeah,
did, and then this worked because she started
yeah.
sweeping.
But then,
But
the bit above
shouldn't this
with,
be looping?
yeah, but because, so one these tasks and the duties done, she'll go back to the bucket task,
Oh,
and then she fails the bucket task, so she drops the pen.
oh, dear. So that does like you really need to sit and think about your nodes and this whole
Yeah,
what
well,
you're doing.
that's probably a flaw in my design there, which I can easily fix.
Well, I'm glad we've been able to help.
um, like you can probably fix this really easily. So if you go to, I think, AI controller. Is
What
it
the
AI
code?
controller? Yeah,
No, we're not.
it'll be deleting one line.
No, don't worry. You can you put those in, but
Yeah, yeah.
the,
So it's just in the AI data board. There's a if item carry drop item.
see what I like is that we're able to play about live on stream and see how easy it is to add nodes, tweak and muck about, but also have fun in breaking things together as a family at Christmas, which is what Christmas is all about, spending time together.
Exactly.
Let's see who's won this lovely Christmas gift. I'm going to do it. Do you want to do a drum roll noise? Would you like to do the drum roll noise?
Um, my throat hurts a little bit at the moment.
Okay. All you need to do is take your finger,
Yeah,
stick it between your lips, and rub it up and down. Now, how often has someone said that to you on a live stream?
daily.
I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Nearly every live stream.
I'll do it. See, this is why you normally have to pay on the OnlyFans for this one. And the winner is official Joe Wheeler, who's had his eye on this for a while. Congratulations. Now you need to come and hit me up on the Discord, !Discord. Can somebody give an !Discord in chat? Is this your first win? This might actually be Joe Wheeler's first win. I don't think you've won before. And it's something that you've been wanting. Obviously, because you've entered the raffle. But there you go. Congratulations for getting Mess. Yeah, it's a lucky dip if you actually are going to win a copy of this, or you're going to win a copy of Mest. But guaranteed, you've won a copy of something. And both of which I'm sure you've had your eye on some time. Do you know what, mate? I am seeing a lot of potential in this. I can't wait for your animation update that you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
But there is so much that you've put into this. It does beg a belief. I do love the miscellaneous non-functional variables with typos, which I think adds to the charm of this as well. And if anyone, I've got to put a link in chat for Maxim Bugmov because I failed in providing links in the chat for Maxim stuff. Hang on, if I can actually get out. Got the wrong window open. Let me try and pull out asset store. Do you know what's actually an easier way of doing it? I'll tell you what's an easier way of doing it. If I open up another tab and I type in messy coder, messycoder.com, the messycoder.com. You should like Oprah and give everyone a copy of Mest. No, we shouldn't, because then people will be expecting that would support it. and I don't upset people by them having the grim reality kick in. So no. Chris, you've been banned from chat from now on. Right, here. If I go down, put this, let me copy and paste, put this into the chat. Boom. Put this into the YouTube chat as well, because you never know. There you go. And down here, why is that not working? Why is the embedded? Oh, because I'm using Internet Explorer, and it's not. Okay, never mind. If we scroll down here, look at all these guests that come in on. Scroll down here, more guests, oh, look at these. Oh, look at this. This is going to be the best 24 hours of your life. Oh, wow. These lovely people down here, down. Look at these beautiful badgers. Oh, look at these sexy beasts. There's Brian putting us all to shame with an actual professional photo on there. There we go. Maxim Bugrimov. So I'm going to copy that. Copy link. Boom. I'm going to paste that into chat. Boom. If we click on that, we're going to check out. And if I go back over here, also reversed int. So Maxim, at the moment, if we go here for most recently updated, the ones that we were playing about in the pack were the NPC characters kids and the NPC characters female, and which is currently on sale, the NPC characters male, which I've done a YouTube video on. So catch those over. And if we go over to reversed int, we were playing about with not the new gen sci-fi slums, but the the medieval times. There it is, the medieval times pack, which you get nice big golden cups. There you go. Look at that. That beautiful. Not on a sale at the moment, but never mind. Got other things on in a sale. Can't have everything in life.
Very true.
Very true indeed. But what you can get on a sale, for everyone who didn't win the raffle, is the Civil AI system with all the dashes that you could want in life from Bartree Games, aka Isaac, with the wrong pivot points. Well, it depends if you want pivot points and where you want them, so Goku. Again, no, if life was easy, then life would be boring. But 50% discount, Civil AI system. Out of that, 60 quid. About £5 of it will go to Isaac after tax man and Unity. But at least he'll be able to get himself maybe if he sold 50 assets, he could buy one Starbucks coffee for the profits he makes. Mate, thank you so much for coming on the stream. Have you enjoyed yourself?
No problem. Yeah, it's been good. Thank you for having me.
I've had a lot of fun. Do you know what I want to do? I'll grab you during the week. Sounds, a little bit ominous, but don't worry. And I will show you my one because you showed me yours. And we can have a play of it together and see how I could fit mine into yours and see how they work together.
We can have a look at that, yeah.
Would you like that?
Yeah.
Sounds good. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We've been live for 3 hours and 24 minutes. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you have the final word to the audience.
Sure. Thank you everyone for coming along. Really means a lot.
And there's a lot of people.
Any questions?
Yeah. And with chat, Sengoku's putting an exclamation mark baby, which is it's got George Dawes from what's it called? The Duff from Above. Shooting Stars. Remember that? You're too young for Shooting Stars. You're too young for that. God, you're too young for Christopher Eccleston as Doctor Who. That's how young you are. Oh my gosh. As I was saying before, rudely interrupted by George Dawes. Thank you, Sengoku, for that. What was I going to say? I was going to say something very profound and meaningful about you coming on the stream. That was it. There's a lot of people in the chat who actually already own the Civil AI system, and we're hoping for a little bit of info, like how to get started, how to use, and learn a little bit more of what's coming on. So hopefully by New Year's Eve, not Christmas Eve, that's tomorrow, by New Year's Eve, there might be a new update around the corner. And then you'll have a lot more bug fixes and features and loves and kisses from the bar tree system. And the animation, is the animation going to be in there, or is the animation later on in January?
So this one is focused around animation, so quite a large update. The next one's going to be, I call them maintenance updates.
Maintenance,
so they're
nice.
more.
Fixing
So
all these
the
bugs
one
that
in
we found.
January. Pardon?
These aren't bugs; these are hidden features.
Thanks, Pete, for tuning in.
Well,
yeah.
two
Maintenance
updates.
one's going to be improving usability and documentation, hopefully some videos and bug fixes and stuff like that.
So we can't wait. But please do allow Unity to have New Year's Eve for themselves. Well, there's one request. They do deserve. They even Unity deserve a New Year's Eve. There you go. And that is now truly is the final words being spoken. So, mate, thank you so much for coming on, and I can't wait to show you my one to see if you like it, because I really loved playing about yours. It was fantastic. Congratulations for all the hard work you've done.
Glad to hear it. Yeah. And look forward to it.
All right, buddy. You take care now.
All right. You too. All right. Bye.
Bye. You hang up. No, you hang up. What a beautiful badger. Official Joey, so happy to win. We don't know what you've won. It's a lucky dip. You could have won anything. We just don't know. If he has any vouchers available, because he has to go and check, then you win a copy of Civil AI System from Bartree Limited. If he hasn't got any vouchers available, because you only get 12 a year, unfortunately, then don't worry, Joe. You get sorted out with a copy of Mest. If not something better in the asset store. But you know what? Mest is the best it gets. There you go. What are we going to be doing? Well, I've got to say, exclamation mark, charity in chat. Now, I can't emphasize enough how important this is. We're doing a live stream, 24 hours on the 13th of January to raise money for Macmillan Cancer Support. So please do. Come on over, click on the donate, click on that button. You don't have to wait. Honestly, you don't have to wait until the 13th of January. You can click that donate button now and take advantage of all that messy goodness that you have at Christmas time. And click on donate wherever you can. It is appreciated. And there's 2 ways of being able to watch: YouTube or Twitch. I can't guarantee if you're watching on YouTube that any of the commands are going to work in chat. We are going to try see if we can get it sorted. Your safest bet is always on Twitch for the chat and entering raffles and prizes and such. But, you know, YouTube is also there. So we're going to try and see if we can upgrade the quality. Because at the moment, Restream is doing 720. That ain't great. That ain't great. You know what I mean? We got 24 hours of special guests. And you can always hit that donate button whenever you want. Who have we got? Now, do you like multiplayer stuff? Well, there's a new multiplayer solution going on Unity at the moment. And it's free. Well, it's a freemium thing. The more you use it, the more you pay. Altaruna coming on stream. So we're actually going to be getting the CEO of Altaruna coming on. Astrofish Games going to be coming on stream. Bacon and Games. Sean going to be teaching us about advice for getting your games published and getting to publishers. Deviled Wise from Globen. If you are thinking of getting into the game industry, you're a bit unsure how to get a job into the game industry. Well, a little bit out of the box thinking. You don't have to try and find one game studio. You can be working at companies like Globen that actually partner and source with lots of games. So you won't be bored. You won't be bored. Distant Lands, actually, the first stream will be kicking us off. Will be Distant Lands. We've had a lot of requests for coming on. Dream Tech, they've made a couple of games now. So we'll be playing about with their games. So you're talking to us about their experience about Life Slide. Etonics finally made it to the stream. Oh, Eureka Games is going to be on, as well as Kinetic Games, who makes Phasmophobia. Oh, we sat down. I actually bumped into him in the toilet at Unite. And I was like, wait for you to wash your hands. And then I was like, my mate. Took his hand and we went outside and had a coffee and a chat. Malbers is going to be on. Mark Ripley's going to be on, who is currently at Anagram Games, Fish Bladder Games, and is also co-founder of Branching Narrative that we played about on the Fighting Fantasy Death Tap Dungeon on stream. Do you remember that? Adam Goodrich back on. Is going to be chatting with Brian about new things that are coming on from Procedural Worlds. And then Brian's also going to be talking with Sebastian, I'm going to butcher his name, Crotal, CEO of Monster Factory, who it's a voice and sound studio. Yes. There's a lot of people in chat who are actually wanting to get big into the job as voice artists. This is also going to be interesting for you. Not only about getting sound effects and voice artists into your game, but if you're actually looking for a job as a voice artist, you can't afford to miss it. Now, we've got these NPCs from today's stream walking around, but how do we solve that problem about performance? Well, how about baking some of that animation with the GPU ECS animation baker for Unity from Orange Coda? How do you have sexy looking NPCs? Well, why don't you go over to Reallusion and get character creator? So John Martin, the vice president of Reallusion, is going to be on stream. Another person I bumped into over at Unite, Tor from Cyrenix, who make Odin. So you're going to come on the stream? And I was like, yeah, brilliant. Staggart, Jim Staggart, PI. It's coming back on the stream. And Tyler, who we've been saying for a long time. But Tyler's going to be with Yolan. Checking it out. The world. But Yolan's going to have a lot of fun. It's like, I'm going to say, world designer extraordinaire, the guru of world creator, and as you know, no one's around, like, you know, somebody works at Epic. So Yondernauts Games back on the stream, also with Yolan as well. When are all these people going to be? And well, you just click on their names and it takes you down and tells you what time. These are all done in GMT. That's UK time, King's time. Queen's dead. It's the King's time. So you can see at midnight UK time, Yolan and the FPS. At 11:20, going to be me and Bacon and Games. At 10 o'clock UK time with Reallusion. At 8 o'clock it's with Kinetic Games. 7 o'clock with Mark. 6 o'clock with Malbers. 5 o'clock with Odin. 4 Distance Lands. And 4 exactly we start. Yay! So yes, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. All the way through, finishing off with Globan on the 14th. It's 24 hours of shenanigans. Not just me hosting. We've got Yolan and Brian. So I want you all to be really supporting them, giving them hugs and kisses as well. Yolan, who loves you, baby? And for now, we are going to go and see at the top here who's streaming so we can go and raid them. Let's do that. Let's go. Now, I don't know how that works on YouTube, right? It doesn't work. So I don't know like how we're going to do it. It doesn't work at all. So a little bit confused about that. How it's going to work. Amazing list. Got to hit the sack. Good night, Pete. Thank you for everyone for staying late. I can't find the site that you're on. Themessycoder.com. It's themessycoder.com. I need to change also obviously the charity hashtag, the command. But I tweeted it and I posted it in the Discord, Sengoku. I posted it in the Discord and I tweeted it. So it's not hard to find. Which other one? Which other one? Which one? Which one are you talking? Which one is he talking about? Which one are you talking about? Which other one? It's this one. This is the one. I'm not on another one. I'm on this one. I don't use 50% of that. You use the Discord. You use the Discord, Sengoku. Don't tell me. I know you. You little badge. Right, who's Who is live? Who is live? Not too sure about the YouTube. That is the other 50%. Oh, okay. All right then. Yeah, most people have stopped using Twitter now, haven't they? They've just been using X instead. Oh, that's funny. Oh, come on, that's funny. Funny. Let's have a look. Who's live? Okay. Do. Well, let's have a look. Do you know what we'll do? We're going to raid again because it's interesting to see how he's getting on. Let's go and raid him again. We raided him before. Let's go raid him again. We're going to raid BO Problem, who's doing good. Who's moved from Unity to Godot. So it's always interesting to see how he's progressing. Let's have a look. Where's the raid? All right, so join me on the raid. BO Problem. And I'm not sure when we're going to do another stream. So don't ask me. Don't ask me when we're going to do another stream before the charity stream. We will do some streams before the charity stream, because we have to, because you know you want to. We're going to do the charity streams. Great stream tonight. Thank you. Well, you all make the streams great. If you're not here, then we wouldn't have great streams. So thank you all, you beautiful badgers. And Joe, don't forget to hit me up on Discord. Make sure your Discord and your Twitch are linked, so they are valid. And if you do like it, click it. Till next time.